Yo Ma was a great cellist. I think
Yo
he
Yo
played cello.
Ma.
I don't know.
Yo Yo
Did he play cello
Kuza.
or violin?
I think it was cello. Because it was a big.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
He's a badass, dude. He's
Dude,
like,
he is.
he gets mad tail, dude.
Dude, I hope so.
If they still call it tail in the classical world, their slang's always changing.
Yeah, I know. I gotta keep up to date. Whoa, what's this? I just got an email. Oh, you
don't
sent
worry
me
about
another one?
Yeah, it's a
Dang,
new chunk of the
dude.
script, but it's not a very eventful, so don't read it. It's
Oh,
not that
okay.
eventful.
Oh, okay, we can just play the game then if you...
Alright, hero mode, let's do it. I'm boss, I'm boss. Yeah,
Let's see,
read it.
where
you
were we
motherfucker.
last time? Kylo, the play. I forget what it was called already. But Kylo's
It was
kind of
called
play. I'm assuming
Kill
he
the
wrote
Past.
it. Kill the Past.
Yeah, he
that's right.
did. It was in the Theater of Cruelty,
The Theater of Cruelty, that's right.
which is an
Inner
actual thing. It's
turmoil.
like a
Wait, what do you
theater
mean?
movement. It's an
Oh, okay.
avant-garde like movement called Theater
Oh,
of Cruelty, and
okay.
I always thought that sounded cool, and it fits like his vision perfectly of what he
Oh,
called
definitely. At first I thought you were meaning like it's. Oh no, that's a thing in the expanded universe.
it. Oh no, dude, that's an EU thing. I should get a shirt that says "It's an EU thing,"
It's an EU thing, and they'd be like, "Oh, you from the UK?"
or I should put a stormtrooper sticker on my car that looks just like all the other ones people have, but when you look really close in parentheses, it just says EU,
EU.
like just like an asterisk, like
Challenge
Nah.
EU.
challenge everything. All right, so where were we?
So last time we were with Kylo Ren, or Supreme Leader Ren, and at the end he said, "What a grand display, such high fantasy. Let us hope that life imitates art." And then it pans or cuts or transitions to the secret resistance base on Sesh, nearby mountainous region. Ray
Do you remember where we
runs-
last left Ray?
She was chasing after
Yeah.
Zing Zang? Zing
Yep.
Zang? And I forget, did she put her robe back on or is she just running after him?
No, she's still naked.
Dang, that's crazy. Okay. Ray runs swiftly down the slopes of Sesh. Oh yeah, that's right. Hurriedly, yet calmly. Yet she has to keep doing things in
Yeah.
different, conflicting ways. Racing after the floating Gemini entity, Zing Zang, as it leads her. Still in the nude, having not had enough time to get dressed, her bare feet meet jagged rocks, yet she still persists in her chase. Zing Zang reaches the entrance tot of the Resistance base, right in front of the open X-Wing hangar that houses the superweapon Luke's Hand. The freakish
Remember that?
airborne we haven't seen it yet, have we? They just kind of
Yeah.
talked about it.
Or Rose was
Or did we see
tinkering
it?
on it.
Oh, she was
earlier.
tinkering on it. Okay, okay.
But like it's been forgotten so much in the script, pretty much.
Yeah. It hasn't been the
sorry, go ahead.
focal point. The freakish airborne sprite whooshes past its giant doors, so fast the rebels within can hear it. But when they turn to look, it's too late. Zing Zang is gone, fastly moving onward past the base. Rey makes it to the base just as Zing Zang passes it. Ooh. She stops for a breather and waves hello to the hammer-headed alien pilot, Kai Threnali. That Finn had mentioned earlier that day, had been parading around nude as well. He stands there in nothing but a towel, his mouth agape as he stares in disbelief at his general is hunched over, panting before him, sweaty and completely buck naked. She regains her stamina and continues on, running away from the base. In his stupor, Kai's towel falls to the ground, Fling! Revealing his excited state. Oh my gosh. Is it blurred or is it not look like a human excited state?
It's like an alien trunk or something.
Okay. Nearby, Rose sits atop Luke's hand, covered in grease and wiping her brow. She sees Kai's exposed member, its alien shape and holes, unlike anything she's ever seen. Repulsed, she recoils slightly. Ooh. Her elbow accidentally hits a lever that powers the superweapon's immense frontal cooling fans. The towel is quickly sucked into the immense fans, gumming up its works and causing a central meltdown. The towel sticks within the superweapon's mainframe, instantaneously overheating it. It activates. Silence. A silence deeper and far more powerful, breathtaking, artistic, and bold than Holdo's act of bravery using light speed aboard the Radis. A beam the size of a planet erupts from the base's hangar. Dang, the size of a planet, huh? The weapon spins, the beam ripping through the center of the mountain with an apocalyptic top. Luke's hand spins and spins, eviscerating the entire base. Within seconds, there is only a burnt smear where the entire base, or where there was once a base. Now, having fully overheated, Luke's hand explodes, causing a massive avalanche. The entire mountain, taller than any skyscraper on Coruscant, crumbles and falls. Mountains, slabs of rock, and snow tumble into the hot springs below. Waterfalls become water geysers as the base of the mountain billows giant mushroom cloud-sized plumes of smoke and debris. The resistance is dead. The silence ends and the planet Sesh returns back to its normal cycle of nature, as if nothing was ever there on that mountain. Humpas are heard grazing, roll poles are heard chirping and mating, and the native Seshians below in their village notice nothing. Suddenly, with a zap, an X-Wing appears from out of hyperspace. It's Poe. He had been running an errand. While playing VidCons, he ran out of Kashyyyk chips and made a quick chip run to the Wookiee home planet for a fresh batch. A smoldering pile of rocks and snow lay before him, yet he's too busy listening to music in the X-Wing to even notice yet. From some of the debris, the burnt hands and the feet of dead rebels jut out, already freezing in the frigid air. Oh gosh, no blood is visible within all the white, yet the smell of death is overpowering. Poe lands his X-Wing, the cockpit hatch opens, and he stands up, clutching his bag of chips. He's still blaring Yuzum rap music from the cockpit and is oblivious to the destruction around him. He stands up. He stands up. It's got deep bass on this track. He steps up, releasing his safety straps, and turns, clutching his bag of chips with a face of utter joy. Poe, Dad is back, babies! And he stops mid-sentence, freezing. He finally sees it. Poe, chips. He drops the bag. Rushing out of the X-Wing, he runs towards the wreckage, hyperventilating and screaming, No! This can't be! What? No, I was gone for like 5 minutes! He kneels by the rubble, his body going into shock. He wants to cry, but also feels as if he is in a dream, as if this couldn't possibly be real. He screams a sorrowful scream. A minute later, during a small lull in his violent sobbing, Poe notices a tuft of brown fur sticking up from the wreckage, blowing in the cold wind. Poe. No. He races over to it, removing rocks to reveal more fur beneath. Poe. No. Please. Don't be. With all his might, he lifts the last rock. It's Chewbacca. His skull has been caved in, his fur matted with blood, and his bandolier shredded. His long legs are twisted into impossible knots, and a rib sticks out from his side. Beside him is C-3PO. The protocol droid had been taken apart and destroyed before numerous times, often to comedic or attempted comedic effect, but never like this. He has been reduced to what looks like a crinkled sheet of gold and aluminum foil. His head, for some reason, is still intact beside it. Next to that is R2-D2, the spunky droid who had seen generations of Skywalkers rise and fall, who had countless times aided in saving the entire galaxy, an iconic droid so beloved, so cherished. He was a friend to all. But now he's dead too. His lone dome shaped top sits in the flaming rubble. A sad sight. The round eyepiece is cracked. Oh, that would be sad to see, actually.
Yeah,
And
I
small,
know.
barely audible but slurred death beeps emit from it, like the final puffs of air from a deflated balloon. Poe's stages of grief have gone past sadness, past denial, and straight into mania. He begins convulsing, frothing at the mouth. His brain can't even comprehend the utter destruction of everything he held dear, everything that gave him hope. He runs from dead body to dead body, rolling on top of them, and barking like a mad chimp-like dog. Oh my god. He begins hitting his head against the side of the mountain, bloodying up his face. He collapses. Hours pass. Poe's bloody, tired. Wait, did Ray die, or do we not know yet? Like, 'cause she's running by.
Past. She ran by. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Oh my god. Hours pass. Poe's bloody, tired, and conscious body lays in the middle of the spot where his base once stood. The tears had been streaming down his face and off his nose are frozen like miniature stalactites. His skin turns a sticky shade of blue in some areas. Suddenly, he is wakened by a voice. Master Dameron, are you all right? Poe jolts up as if he, in his dreams, had gone through the remaining stages of grief and was awaking right before he started. Fully alert, but heartbroken and scared, he turns to look for the source of the voice. It's coming from C-3PO's head. His eyes lit. It appears his head is still functioning even without his body. C-3PO, why, I haven't suffered such indignity since Battle of Naboo. Master Dameron, please, wait, Battle of Naboo? Which battle?
What was the name of that Gungan battle where he got... Wasn't there a Gungan battle where he was on a battle droid?
You mean, right? That's Geonosis.
Oh, okay, I should change that. I'll change that.
Change that for continuity, dude. What would George Lucas say? All right.
That's the prequels.
Master Dameron, please find my body. If you won't, perhaps Miss Rose will. She's always been keen to lend a helping hand to this miserable old prodigal Poe. It's gone, 3PO. C-3PO stops his babbling. Poe, all of it? Your body's sheet metal. Oh no, Poe, all of it. Your body's sheet metal. Rose is dead. They're all dead. Even... He tears up, utter anguish upon his face. Poe, even your lifelong buddy, R2. I'm so sorry, man. C-3PO swivels his head around on the ground somehow and sees R2's remains. There is a long pause of silence. Poe has never seen anything so sad. The lone, gold head of one droid, looking on at his dear friend, viewing, comprehending, processing, until C-3PO. Oh, finally! I've wanted for years to kill that wretched pest, but it would go against my programming. Who did it? Who's the hero? I wish to give them my sincerest gratitude. Poe is in disbelief again. Poe, he was your friend. For years, man. C-3PO, oh, posh. He was a tin can with a mental disorder, and the galaxy's better off without his candy ass. Poe sits in silence. He tries to cry again, to no avail. He is worn out. C-3PO, I must say, I always warned you rebels that choosing such a lifestyle of constant conflict and resistance was dangerous. But no one listened to my golden little butt. No, sir. And now you're all dead. Oh, God, I can't imagine C-3PO saying any of this stuff.
Well, he's waited for the opportunity to say.
Humans are so reckless. It's a miracle I've lasted this long in their company. But I must ask, where's Rey? Poe snaps to attention. He realizes, Poe, yeah, where is Rey? Cut to Sesh Mountains, base of the mountainous. Zing Zang finally stops its floating. It has reached its destination. Rey catches up to it about 10 minutes later, panting and soaking in sweat. Rey, panting. How am I supposed? Huff. Hurry slowly. When you're going so fast. Zing Zang turns and its white baby head looks at her. Zing Zang, you did well, but you still have much to learn. We have reached where we must go. Ray looks around. All she sees is a boring, empty canyon. Ray, here? What's here? Zing Zang, the door. Zing Zang begins to hum loudly and a strange melody enters the air. Ray has never heard the melody before in her life, yet somehow she recognizes it. She hums along. The power of their harmony breaks the sound barrier. Suddenly in midair, before them a rift is created. A giant gleaming portal opens. It resembles a giant tear or gash, vaguely vaginal in shape, but behind its open lies only what looks like an ocean of endless TV static. Zing Zang floats toward it. Zing Zang, come, you have much to see before we can save this dying galaxy. Zing Zang enters the portal and disappears. Ray is scared. She's never seen anything remotely like this. Just as she was beginning to accept the reality of a floating pair of conjoined monochrome yin-yang babies, this appears. A rift between time and space. A door to another dimension? She realizes she's come this far, and realizes she has no choice. She walks into the portal, and it closes immediately behind her and disappears. Cut to a vast, empty desert landscape. Unknown location. The portal emerges, bringing them to what awaits on the other side. A vast desert. Its plains stretch as far as the eye can see. They step out of the portal, and it closes again behind them. Zing Zang floats around in the melting sun, and floats a bit higher in front of Ray, shading her from the intense sun. She realizes the entity's act of thoughtfulness. Ray, thank you, but you brought me to this desert. It feels so familiar. Wait, Ray has a revelation. Ray, I'm back on Jakku! Zing Zang shakes its head. Zing Zang, no, child, not Jakku. Ray is puzzled. It looks so much like Jakku. Or Jakku. Then she realizes. Ray, oh, of course not. It's Tatooine. Zing Zang shakes its head. No, child, but it's supposed to be. Ray is bewildered now. This cryptic line makes no sense. It is supposed to be Tatooine, but it is not. Ray is stumped and frustrated. Ray, then where are we? Zing Zang pauses, then answers. Zing Zang, the want to know the name of this planet? Zing Zang lowers, revealing the sun once more. Ray squints in the blinding light. In the cloudless, pure blue sky above, she sees an X-Wing soar by. Yet, it's different. It's not an X-Wing. Some other variation? A Y-Wing, perhaps? She tries to make it out. She focuses all of her might upon seeing it. Using the Force, her vision zooms in fully. It is a white passenger vessel with 2 wings and a tail fin. On its side is a language she cannot read, but to us, it reads Tunisia Airlines. Oh my god. The Zing Zang, the name of this planet is Earth. Oh my god.
Boom! Boom, baby!
Oh,
the one planet we never seen in Star Wars.
And then millions of Star Wars fans erupted in anger.
Killed themselves.
Yells, yeah. Oh my god.
Would have ruined the entire series.
Oh god. And that's how it ends. That should have just been the ending. Like that's how it ends.
That'd be badass, but no, I just have
it's
to
like
wrap
the First
up
Order
everything.
comes, destroys everything, and then she like escapes and she thinks she's gonna save it, and it's like, no, we just took you to Earth. And
that'd be like a Twin Peaks season 3 ending.
yeah, what? Oh my god.
Yeah, wonder what's gonna happen on Earth. How's she gonna save her galaxy from Earth? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You have an idea, or you're still figuring that out?
No, I know exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay, nice. Damn, she's gonna
Yeah,
go
it
into the
felt like
writers' room and kill the writers, and then rewrite it, and then she transports it back into the
You're
movie.
pretty close, actually. You're pretty close.
That's actually pretty genius.
Thanks.
JJ,
Yeah, we'll see
she
how it
kills every like person that we've hated that's been involved with it, and she corrects it.
Violent deaths.
Yeah, yeah.
She finally becomes not a Mary Sue and does something.
Nice.
Alright, let's do some hero worship.
Let's do some drugs.
That's a good line. Because no one that does drugs has ever said that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Let's do some drugs.
Yeah, we do drugs. Yeah, I do drugs. My parents are divorced. That's like, I think...
Yeah, that seemed like the thing in middle school of like the most badass kids.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
they do hard shit.
Yeah. There was like some Whitest Kids You Know skit where it's like every like hardcore thing he would just explain away by, yeah, my parents are divorced. Whoa! Like as if that's the stem
to Christmases
to doing heroin and all. Yeah, 2 Christmases.
Have you tried Mountain Dew Ice? It just came out.
Is it colored white?
Yeah.
Hasn't that been out for a while? For a while?
Or it's like it's transparent.
Oh, it's transparent.
It's lemon lime, I guess. Which I thought Mountain Dew was already.
I don't know what the original Mountain Dew flavor is really. It's a lot of stuff.
What is it? It's just like sugared.
Yeah, I haven't drinking Mountain Dew in a while, I guess.
Lemon Mountain Dew. Yeah, I never drink it, but I saw this and I was like, what the fuck?
Have you seen that dang, we heroes. Have you seen that like Pringles commercial? I just saw it on YouTube. But it's like it has Bill Hader in it for whatever reason. But it's like,
oh, they're like on a movie set or something?
Yeah, they're like on a movie set. And he's like,
whoa,
you got Buffalo Ranch Pringles. What if you mix what if you put a jalapeno Pringle on top of that one? Whoa, new flavor. And then they're like, well, what if you put a pizza flavor on the top of both of them? Another new flavor. And then it's just like, Pringles, make your own flavors or something like that. It's like, they didn't come up with anything new. It's just like, hey, buy more than one bag of Pringles or one can of Pringles and you can have new flavor.
Nuts. Go nuts, kids.
And I bet like they're like some marketing guys like, I got a raise from that idea.
Yeah. It's like Minecraft, but with chips.
Exactly.
Dude, Minecraft, the movie starring Steve Carell. Can't wait.
Can't wait to be free. I'm gonna be Han Solo.
I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo.
I'm Han Solo. Han Solo.
I'm the only one who knows what you really are. What's that? Solo.
Solo.
In the movie, she answers, gay. Don't tell anybody.
So if you were to guess how many callback jokes or moments there will be in that movie, what would the number you'd come up with?
Probably like 13.
13? I like the Red Letter Media video where they like their whole plot synopsis is all just saying, what was in this movie? Okay, that's going to be in this now. And
yeah, exactly.
Oh, that happened? Okay, that's also going to be in this. That's the whole plot. I'm surprised that they would be going to Kessel. Like, I'm disappointed. It just seems like they're like not coming up with anything new. They are just doing that. They're like, what's in the old movie?
Plus, a lot of people made the point that like you could interpret that he was lying about that when he said it, you know? Like just to impress.
But like then Ray's like, this shit made the Kessel Run, and then it's like, why the fuck does Ray know that?
Yeah, who the fuck cares?
JJ, you idiot.
What even is the Kessel Run?
I don't know. It would have been better to not explain it, unless they come up with a genius explanation, which I don't think they could. Because it's like already based like on a factual, like it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's already wrong. It's like, how can you... What's Chewbacca shooting? Oh, fuck. Who's that? Is that Boss? Oh, I'm the target.
Does it matter who it is?
It doesn't, I guess.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
As long as they're dead.
Did you kill him? Uh-oh, someone's coming. Oh, fucking Kylo Ren. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, fuck. Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Oh, fuck. I'm glitching out. You guys aren't really...
Run away! I'm looking for little sneaky passages.
Oh, you guys just abandoned me?
Far from it.
Everyone betray me.
It's my son.
Oh, shit.
It's our son.
You got him. Oh, did I?
Now
Lando
that's
get him.
parenting.
That's parenting.
Parenting done right.
Oh, it's fast, motherfucker. Oh, damn. He jumped on top of it. That fucker. Motherfucker.
Nicer to your generals.
Always tip your waiter. Always tip your bartender. Rachilla. Rachakilla. Something dumb. Yo, you the Tog?
Yep.
You the Tog. Where we going? Lead the way. I don't think I have any emotes. Oh, I do have one.
Everyone gets delusions of grandeur.
No, that one's not.
How do you do
really good.
emotes?
It's either left or the right. Directional
And I
button.
gotta lay it.
That's alright. Where they coming? Where they coming? Where they coming?
You look worried.
Where they coming?
They did not try to get a Carrie Fisher.
How could they? He did.
Good point.
She's like, that guy's got a lightsaber. It's your son. That's not my son. Yeah, my son did. Oh, they got you.
Yeah.
Aw, dang it, man. I got my son. Boba Fett, he did. See you in hell, Boba. Oh, wait, that means I'm going to hell.
They should have her say, "You don't have to do this to impress me."
You should.
She says that.
Yes, she does. And my son did. Oh, fuck, what the hell? Man, this is all kind of glitching. Fucking
I'm
Vader.
running smooth as silk.
Out of here. Well, Vader was trying to force choke me and,
Lando's silk G-string he wears under his robe.
Somehow ran... What the hell? That was fucking dumb. That was retarded.
Dude, that's so Down syndrome. Like, because nowadays people are using autistic as like an insult online.
Right.
It's like we might as well just get more specific and offend more people, right? Dude, that's so Treacher's Collins syndrome. Dude. Like get
That's
so
such
specific.
Klippel's fetus syndrome, dude.
Dude, that's such Reese-Myers syndrome.
Reese-Myers.
Remember Reese-Myers?
How could I forget? It's real.
Oh, on the target. I'm gonna take it seriously this time. I'm gonna use some strategy.
Do it. Where's
Oh,
Boba
dude,
Fett?
you ever been up here? Oh, shit.
You ever been dead? I just killed Boba Fett.
Would you believe I taught her that? Oh, come on. Oh,
On
shit.
the new line. Uh-oh.
Oh, this
They
is
push
the
you
level
off?
that I hate put force pushes on.
Yeah, you gotta... Uh-oh. Fucking Vader.
We already decided this level's broken.
Did we?
Yeah, because the force push.
Also the force
There's
choke.
bad level design. Force chode.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where... I'm coming to you guys. Oh, somehow Vader already died? The fuck? Like, our whole team's over here. Who killed... Or did Chewbacca go? Oh, what up? Darth Maul?
What if Carrie was like, yeah, I hooked up with Harrison once. Let's just say, before we could even do anything fun, he shot first.
Oh my god. That would be... pretty gross.
That would be very Carrie Fisher to say, though, actually.
Would she really say that?
Well, she wouldn't say something that personal, but she's very crass and, like, sarcastic.
Oh yeah, she is sarcastic. But would she, I mean, would she reference like a fan thing?
Isn't that insane that the audition, you watch the audition of her, and that George Lucas made her lose 10 pounds?
Oh, for the first one? Or for...
Yeah, for the first one. That's
Oh,
like
really?
so fucked up. She looks absolutely fine in the audition.
Yeah, George Lucas was a piece of shit, dude.
And then remember he was like,
fuck.
"Oh, there's no underwear in space. You have to be braless."
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah, he's a
really weird.
pervy motherfucker.
He's
Oh,
a
shit.
he's a
oh fuck. He's an American asshole.
yeah.
Damn.
I've never
I'm trying
seen
to kill my
American
son.
Graffiti, so technically there's only one good movie George Lucas has directed in my mind. Maybe I should see it. Is
Have you seen
THX? Have you seen that?
THX? I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't. It looks cool.
Sounds good.
He
Picture him to ride.
apparently started off super experimental and like avant-garde and edgy, and then Steven Spielberg was like, "I bet you can't make a
Can't make
comedy."
a Star
and then he
Wars.
was like, "No, American Graffiti was a bet apparently."
Oh,
Because you
was
can't make a Star Wars.
just he like flat out like.
EA, bet you can't make a Star Wars.
Dang, how do I get to Darth Maul?
Lego
hiding.
Star Wars.
All he's doing is
bet
hiding.
you can't make a Star Wars.
Dang, how do you get to Darth Maul up there? Chewbacca killed himself. Do you see where Darth Maul is? Dang, how are we supposed to get to him?
Better than getting your
Yeah, this
skull
level shouldn't
caved
be
in.
on Heroes. Oh gosh.
Do you know how he dies in the EU? I read about it.
How Chewbacca dies? Doesn't a moon
Yeah.
fall on him?
Yeah, you heard about it.
He like
It's hilarious.
isn't it like, well, it doesn't really fall on him, doesn't it? Like it gets like sucked
Or he
in or
hits
whatever.
it. Yeah. He runs into a moon.
Isn't it like, I thought he was trying to save like one of the Solo kids, right?
I don't know the details.
I think that was it. He was trying to like save one of Han's kids, and then, but he ends up not surviving. And then I think, isn't like Han kind of mad at his own son after or something?
Probably. He's always mad at his sons.
Yeah, he's always mad at his son. His son's their failure.
We go together all right.
Did he
What if
not
the Game
say
of
that?
Thrones guys series is
Why
like
am I
Trilogy 2, and then Ryan Johnson has Trilogy 3, and then every year it's like, this year we're getting Trilogy 1 Part 1, next year we're getting Trilogy 2 Part 1, then we're getting Trilogy 3 Part 1, then we're getting Trilogy 1 Part 2, then we're getting Trilogy 2 Part 2.
Oh god, that would be.
It's
pretty-
so hard to keep track of all of them.
Yeah, that would be.
Because they're all
pretty dumb.
doing trilogies. They're doing it. How else are they going to release it?
They're not.
I
It
feel
doesn't
like
say
the Game of
trilogies for the Game of Thrones, though, guys. They just said movies.
They said
right?
there's series. They're making their own series
Yeah,
of movies.
it could
So
be
not
way
a,
more than
they could be
three.
more than trilogy. Yeah, that's even worse.
Could be way more. I just took out Darth Vader.
Where have you been?
There's rumors that they're going to make it like R-rated. That would be dumb.
Nah, that's just because they did Game of Thrones. That's all. It's based off of nothing at this point.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of
I hope they
fucking
get fired.
amateurs.
They're gonna get
I hope they
fired.
get fired. Yeah.
It's
I
always
don't get
two
why
guys.
they gave it. Yeah, yeah. Two guys. It's just not right. Kathleen.
Bring in
Kathleen
Kasdan.
Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy. Oh shit. Darth Maul killed himself. That was pretty easy.
I want a
Oh,
T-shirt
fuck,
that
it's
says
Darth
"Dead
Vader.
Kennedys" and it has her like decapitated head on
Oh
it.
god. Kennedy's though?
That'd be,
But she's just a one, man. She just won.
but it's badass.
She just won though.
Don't touch it.
My father-in-law is
It's
trying
my
to kill
dad.
me.
Oh, we've killed each other at the exact same time. The Space Pope.
Space Pope, yeah, that's Vader, right? He was trying to kill me.
I
My
kind of
son's
feel
been
like
trying to
doing a
kill me,
galactic
my
assault on
father-in-law.
Kashyyyk, but then I realized we would have to. There's no way to choose that.
Every time I've done it, I've been playing that level for whatever reason. Oh, fucking
Kashyyyk.
Vader. Get out of here, motherfucker.
I missed that level. I liked that level a lot.
Oh, it is a good one. Look out, guys, it's Vader. Am I the target or something? No, why is he chasing after me?
Stay on
Vader's
target.
just like non-stop going heavy at me. He's going heavy.
It's really rude that they didn't include Porkins in Heroes.
I know. Wait, who is the target?
He was the sacrificial
Darth Maul? Is
pig
he
of the
just hiding?
Resistance.
What the hell is Darth Maul doing? He just
This
running
guy
around.
can't play Boba. This guy's never played Boba, dude.
What's he doing?
He's never played Boba.
What's he
Oh, I
doing?
just force pushed him to his death.
Nice.
He's just jetpacking like back and forth like a strafe dodge. Doing nothing.
What an idiot.
Doing nothing
This
with
guy's
his
playing
life.
Darth Maul is just running around.
He's probably the Clone Wars fan.
Oh yeah, you got a good point.
But not Clone Wars. which
Not
is way
Clone
better.
Wars. But
Clone
duh.
Wars.
Damn, that sucks. All Darth Maul does is run. Shit. Finn, don't die, Finn! Finn, you just killed yourself, you moron. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Oh.
Defeat.
Defeat. Feet.
They just
duh.
show feet.
Feet D. E. Feeded.
They just show you a beautiful vista. You got
Beautiful
defeated.
vistas. You got, look at that
Enjoy.
vista. Fucking A. Yeah,
You
represent.
placed.
Suck my Wookiee
You and
cock.
it's you and your bro.
Wookiee.
Wait, but you were Han.
Yeah, it was Han.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Leia, I was in a battle today, and how do I put this? God, I got my dick cut off. What? Wait, don't get mad. Chewie pulled through. Donated.
Chewie pulled through. He donated part of
He
his.
donated his, yeah. Part? Things like a log. It's like an 8-inch hairy log. And I got half.
They don't even use it to sexually reproduce. Isn't that funny? What do they use instead?
Isn't that funny?
Anyway.
Yeah. Did you know Wookiees don't even feel sexual pleasure? That's actually sad. Yeah.
Tell me
Well, they
about it.
do, but only when they're murdering things.
With their
It's kinda
bare
Yes. Wait, so when we were battling the stormtroopers, yeah,
Yep.
he was coming.
Oh god. They coming.
Oh wait, no, what am I doing? My new main, I forgot.
Your new main. Oh, Faz?
Yeah, fast.
Really? Uh-huh. I'll be Vader. You be Faz, I'll be Vader.
But still
Be
haven't
like some
unlocked
fan
Vader.
fiction.
The only character I haven't unlocked on purpose. I shall never play Vader.
And you just be like, I can't believe they didn't even put Vader in the game.
Yeah. I
It's a
had
Star
enough
Wars
to unlock
game,
him and I
you
just
idiots.
spent it on upgrades.
Oh, nice.
They should take out Aiden.
Dude.
I don't mind she's there.
Who
It's just
should
a
they
space
add
thing.
besides Zuckuss? Who should they add?
Besides, or I was kidding. Zuckuss will never be in this game.
Right, right. But who should they add? Like, who
It'd
would be
be
a person
cool if
you'd
they
be like,
made
whoa.
skins for everyone. And Bosk's skin was just like all the bounty hunters, like Dengar, Zuckuss. They all the same move, like mines and shit. Like,
Oh.
who cares? But they're all. It's like it's like Pokemon Master, but bounty hunters.
I think it would be cool if they added IG-88. And he had, like, a grappling
definitely.
hook thing. Like, instead of a jetpack, he could be
And a
mobile with a
flamethrower,
grappling
right?
hook.
Because he's got a flamethrower.
Oh, does he?
In Shadows of the Empire.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he could just be... Yeah, if they added him... Otherwise, I don't know who they'd add where I'd be like, whoa.
And at that level, too, that junkyard
That
planet
chunk,
thing.
yeah. That would be insane, actually.
That'd be so awesome.
If they did, like, a Shadows of the Empire or, like, EU.
Well,
yeah,
one of the
they'd
guy-
never
one
do
of the
that,
main,
but that would be crazy.
Lucasfilm guys said, stay tuned, there's going to be a lot of EU stuff becoming canon soon, is what he said.
I bet it'll be more like in small amounts, though, like a little thing
Yeah,
where it's
small
like,
stuff.
here's an EU ship, and it's like, oh, cool, cool. But like,
Like
if they
in
did
Solo-
straight Shadows of the Empire, I'd be beyond. I would be like, whoa, these guys do know what people want. They just are like
Exactly.
hogtied. They just can't do anything.
Well, apparently they gave out a free crate, almost like a "We're sorry, we know."
Oh
EA
yeah, they
sucks."
did. Did you open yours?
Yeah.
Open it.
What if they made a?
Somehow I killed Luke really fast.
What if my script goes so viral that it becomes like a big meme, and so they make skins for all the characters based on my script? So like Phasma,
Oh,
you can be all
God.
covered in rags.
Oh yeah,
And
Rags
then,
Faz.
And then Charisma, and then but Rey, her skin is just naked.
Oh god, that would never happen.
That'd be hilarious. Do you think people will accuse me of misogyny because of that? I'm doing it mostly just for comedy. Just the
I don't
image
think
is
so,
hilarious.
because you haven't made any, like... It's like you could just pretend to be super artistic about it, kind of. Or
Yeah.
just say it is, like, super, like, look, she's taken away everything she once knew. She's a
Yeah,
completely
good
new
point.
world. Although she
I did want
definitely
it
has
to
to
feel
put
like
some
that,
clothes
actually.
on
She's
her.
like a baby.
She a baby face. Damn, where did Yoda go?
It's hard to find people here in this level.
It is. I barely play this one,
But
actually. I guess it's good to play, but it's good to play together.
I mean, I guess it's good to play together. Oh,
I'm
fuck
the...
this Han player.
What'd he do?
He came up to my dead body and shot it once and then ran away like a little jackanapes.
What a jack and an asshole. You know nothing about me, young Skywalker. Oh shit. Fuck, they're all on me. Where are my teammates, guys? Damn it. They just all ganged up on me and you guys ditched me. The fuck? I'm Vader, but I'm not invincible.
I'm waiting for them to come to me. This
Oh,
Boba
where are
guy
you?
gets the idea.
He gets the idea? So it's
He was
only
in my
that
little
dumb.
sphere.
Maybe Darth Maul will
Oh, here we
actually
go.
go to you guys, or whoever that is.
Kill them! Kill them all! Come on, turret, do your stuff.
Ah, shit. Come back to me.
Whoa! Killed Ray.
Did you? Nice. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get loot.
but she
Trying to
wasn't
get
the
my
target.
son.
Man, this turret is badass. It protected me, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. Damn.
They're probably gonna do a solo content thing, huh?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. They might have to. Maybe.
They did it with Rogue One.
Yeah, but that
Rogue
was like,
One
'cause
is
that
my
was
favorite Disney Star Wars thing so far.
Really?
I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah, I really like that movie.
I don't see that. I don't see it.
That's crazy to me. I can't believe that. You don't think that's better than Force Awakens and Last Jedi?
I can tell you that I was like so bored that whole movie until like the final fight, but at that point it was kind of too late.
The opening is really slow, but it's like it's putting all the pieces on the board, sort of.
Yeah, but I was just
Like
like,
getting
I just
everything.
felt like I was just really bored and really didn't care. I felt like most of the acting was pretty bad, and like at
I
least
didn't
the
think
main
so at all.
character, I thought she was really bad, and I was like, dang, she got an Oscar?
She was oddly directed. Yeah, not for that though.
Yeah, I know, not for that, but it's just weird still.
I think she was just oddly directed.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
She was a little emotionless. But
Just
I like her
everything
more
was
than
like-
Rey, though.
I kind of,
I feel like with
I don't know what my thoughts are on that movie, I guess.
K2SO was like they were trying to kind of go for HK47, but nice, sort of.
Oh, like not as mean, I guess. Damn.
I mean, or
Kill
not
Han
evil,
Solo.
rather. There's some great
Kill
moments,
Han
like
Solo.
where he shows up and she shoots him. He's like, "Did you know that wasn't me?"
Yeah, no,
was
that's
pretty
pretty good. No, all the things I like, I think he does. I don't think I like anything anybody else does.
Oh, I like Chase or Baze and Chirrut.
I don't really like
Sources
Baze because I also
with
felt like
the
he was not like a good actor. I don't even know why they put him in the movie, to be honest. I didn't even get.
Diversity quota. No, it made it feel kind of like a samurai movie having them in it, which is like what Star Wars is based on.
Yeah, but I felt more. Last Jedi felt more like a samurai movie at times than that whole movie did at any
In
time,
one
my
scene,
opinion.
just the fight scene, I felt.
Yeah, and that was more than anything in Rogue One, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's all I can say.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I decided what my canon is gonna be. Whatever I like is canon.
Sure.
That's gonna be my new canon. So, like, for instance, what I'm gonna do is once I finish the Thrawn trilogy, I will decide: do I like this more than the sequels trilogy? Whichever one I like more will be my canon. And then
Sure,
when
sure,
I
sure.
I bought Dark Forces 1 and 2 on Steam
Oh,
because
okay.
I've never played them. Because you
There's
know
not a
that's
lot
what
of story
Rogue
in
One.
those games, though. You know.
You know that's what Rogue One used to be, right?
Right, because I played the first one
Yeah.
on PlayStation.
Yeah, he steals the Death Star plan. So I'm gonna play those, and then if I like, I'm
Wait,
gonna
did you
decide
play
if I like
Jedi
Rogue.
Knight Dark Forces or Dark Forces Jedi Knight or whatever the third one?
I haven't played any
after-
of the series. I haven't played any of that series at all.
Not even the so
But
not
I've
the
heard that-
first one. The
Not
with the
first,
live
second,
action
third, or
cutscenes.
fourth. There's 4 of them. Yeah.
Damn.
I remember reading about him in a magazine when I was little and thinking the Sith guy was scared me with the like marks on his cheeks or whatever. You know that dude?
Marks on his cheek.
He's bald. He was like Malik
Oh, the
before
Chinese
Malik,
guy.
but he has a mouth.
Yeah. His name's like Jerichus or something like that. So
Yeah,
with
but he's
the
not
J,
Chinese.
it's like
I don't
Jarek.
think he's just like squinting all the time.
Yeah, I guess he. Oh, I thought he was
He's got
actually
like
Asian male
cuts on the
settings.
sides of his lips. It like creeped me out as a
Yeah,
kid.
he's wearing like these. He has like these robotic things over his eyes.
Yeah.
like it is
Isn't he in
someone with a
Terrace
J.
Kali? Or
Terrace Kai.
Terrace Kasi? It's Kasi, actually, I think.
Oh, is it?
Terrace Kasi. Which,
I don't
which
know
is
if he
now
is. He could
canon,
be.
by the way.
Which it should be, dude. Uh-oh.
It is. Ryan Johnson made it canon. That's hilarious.
How did he do that?
Like, by saying
fuck.
that in the
Fucking
visual
Han Solo.
dictionary for the film,
God damn.
the Praetorian Guards are trained in Terrace Kasi. It says
Oh,
in
is
the
that
book.
what he said?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Also, okay, one thing I do like about Ryan Johnson. Well, I'm not actually. That's a stupid thing to say. I don't hate him at all. I just, think Disney done fucked him. But you know about DK Vine's whole shtick about our DKU.
Yeah. Oh,
just-
shit. Dang it, I was just a little too slow.
How it's basically this huge interconnected universe of games, all connected by this one goldfish that appears in multiple games. Yeah, it's the goldfish from Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh,
He
I didn't
shows
know
up
that.
in like Viva Pinata, Grab by the Ghoulies. That's why they're all in the
Oh,
same
I'm not
universe.
sure if I
twice.
agree with that. No, I'm just kidding.
But anyway, but we
Okay.
have like strict rules that I don't care about, but that they do on the forum. And but they have like this rule where it's like, if one of the creators says yes to one of our weird theories, like just on a whim as a joke,
Oh,
then
yeah,
that
then it's
becomes
canon.
then it's canon because that's called the Word of God rule.
Oh my god.
So basically, Ryan Johnson pulled the Word of God rule, and I watched that whole interview that he did live, and someone said, "What's the name of the porg that's on the Falcon with Chewie?" And he was like, "You know what? I never thought about that. You name him. What's the name, and I'll make it canon officially." Right there, he said that, and the kid
Nice.
said, "I don't know, Turbis." And
Turbis.
he's like, "Pablo,
Oh,
if you're
no.
watching, that porg is now officially named Turbis." And I was like, that is so awesome. That kid got to name a canon character.
Yeah.
So
On
like now
Twitter.
it's a book somewhere. It's gonna be like Turbis, the history of Turbis.
Yoda.
And like the fact that that
retired.
kid said Turbis, he could have said anything, but he said an actually cool name that sounds Star Warsy. You know?
Oh, damn it. Yeah.
It's like, where did he get that name? That's so weird.
He's a kid, dude. Just come natural.
There was only one non-softball question though. They were all softballs.
Yeah.
But that was a woman who said, "So, what made you decide to give Captain Phasma the Boba Fett treatment and have her do absolutely nothing?"
Yeah.
She said that,
What'd
and
he
everyone
say?
and the whole place went ooh. And he said, "Mea culpa. When you're right, you're right." He said, "You're completely right." He said, I had so many characters to do things, and she really didn't have a place in the story. I'm sorry." That's what he said.
Nice. I think, in my opinion, I think it's craziness to have one person write the whole movie.
Exactly.
Because how can you even make sure
Dude, look at my
everything is?
scripts.
Because if you look at all
Ludicrous.
the, if you look at like Empire Strikes Back, like that one had a story treatment somebody wrote, and then they came in and
Yeah.
like changed a lot that they thought was wrong, and then that was
They're
even
mostly,
tweaked
yeah.
upon. Like him, it's just like all him, and like sure he goes to his writers who give him. Ultimately, he's in charge. They make him like a George Lucas, which doesn't make any sense to me. It should be like a collaborative effort.
Because now he has his own series too.
Yeah, it's a little
It's
weird.
crazy.
It shouldn't. One person shouldn't have all that much power. That's what the prequels taught us. Even the first Star Wars, that he made like exceptions
I think-
because he was physically
yeah.
out of bandwidth for everything.
I still think Ryan Johnson's biggest flaw in Last Jedi was having to work with what JJ gave him. So like, I feel like if he starts from scratch with his own A New Hope, like that could be cool, actually. And if it has
Right.
nothing to do with Jedi or Skywalkers,
The only problems I have with The Last Jedi, or like the flaws that I'd say are clearly things that he did wrong, and I could only say he did wrong, are adding characters when he didn't need to, adding these extra characters that just made the story even less interesting, and then not realizing when a scene like it just seemed like just kind of laughable or like just completely like kind of a waste of time
Tone
and just kind of
deaf, sort of?
lazy. Yeah, that like not him not
tone was
realizing
all
how
over
it
the
was
place.
gonna seem when you watched it all at once. It seemed
Yeah.
too much like in a vacuum maybe that could work, but when it's all put together, it just seemed like a mess, kind of. I think eventually that
that's
won't
pretty much
seem.
nowhere.
But
That
like
line
those
felt
are kind
weird.
of his like two things where I was just like, I felt like it could have been corrected if he had some other people that were on par with him that could have been like, hey, wait. I bet people had said
Well, he had the
maybe you should
he had
take
the whole
this
story
out or
group
do this.
too.
But I don't think they like had as much power. They were just probably there. They probably did take out some stuff. There's probably some
I
even
think-
dumber stuff.
I
that
honestly
was
think they're
taken
probably
out.
behind a lot of the Holdo stuff because the story group is majority of it is women.
Oh, you
They're
think?
like the reason that we have all the bullshit. Like where
I don't think
women-
actually
all the
Holdo
female
doesn't
characters
bother
are
me
perfect.
that much. If anything, it's kind of like they were kind of. I feel like they brought her in because they're like, we want somebody like Leia, but we kind of don't know if Carrie how good of a job she can do. We know like she
Ouch,
hasn't.
yeah.
I just feel like that was
let's
kind of
just
what
have her
she was.
sleep the whole movie.
That's I kind of because that was even like a rumor I read a while. They're like something's gonna happen to Leia. She's gonna be taking out a lot of it, and some character is gonna kind of take over for her. That was like a
It's a
leak
dumb
from
idea,
a long
though.
time ago. But that's kind of exactly what it. I feel like
It's like,
that's
oh,
what
the next
people,
movie's Leia's movie. This can't be too much of Leia's movie.
Right. I feel like they kind of were worried about Carrie Fisher, but after seeing the movie, I feel like she did as good as
She was fine.
there was
Yeah,
nothing
she was
wrong.
good. Did you see that guy's video I sent where he's like my version of episode 9?
No, I don't think so.
It's,
I don't
it's,
think I watched it.
it's confusing because the name of his channel is The Bad Version, and like the title's called The Bad Version of episode 9. So I was like afraid for a second. I was like, did someone do basically my thing? But then he was like, it's like what he actually wants to see, and it's like legit, and all the comments love it. So like, why is it called The Bad Version? It doesn't even make any sense.
Oh,
It's like
does
the
he have any good
version.
ideas, or people
There's
are
some
just
pretty
like,
good
yes,
ideas. There's
this
some
guy,
dumb-
give him
No,
a
no.
movie!
People are literally Oprah is commenting, but no, literally the top voted comments are like, Disney, please look at this now. We will all come watch this if you make this.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
some pretty cool
yeah.
ideas. There are a few dumb ideas though, like that the First Order is essentially like achieved utter peace in the galaxy, and that Kylo Ren is like trying to make peace.
What? That
It's
seems
like, I didn't-
like doesn't make
I
any
didn't-
sense.
Like when he outstretched his hand to her, if the movie ended there, I would maybe believe that. But he's like mad as hell at the end of the movie. That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But the other stuff he says
I
is
think
pretty cool.
I think actually I was thinking about that whole like the more as time goes on, the more that like whole last scene like really sticks with me, and that's why I'm like kind of like sad that so many people like hate the movie, because that's like a legitimately like good last scene with the music. It's like feels the most Star Wars out of any of the new Star Wars movies to me, actually. That
Sure.
whole last Kylo and Luke thing, even like with
Too
the
bad
way
it's on just like a Hoth 2.0 copy planet.
I don't know. It didn't really feel like Hoth, because it felt like the Hoth battle actually mattered, kinda.
But
Where
the
that
walkers
battle
were
at
there
the
for
end didn't
no reason.
feel. No, I'm saying
They were
like
not-
that whole battle felt like it was just there to serve as a backdrop. No, this is like what I think. It's kind of like the whole Starkiller base defense, where it's like we need to show you something familiar, so it can serve as a backdrop to what we actually want to do. And I think the difference was Starkiller Base, he tried to sort of make you think like it mattered, like, oh, this thing's gonna blow up or do something interesting or gonna kill the planet, but nothing happens ultimately, but it goes on for a while. In the crate battle, it's like a very short, like nothing really happens, but it's just there so Kylo and Luke can face off. And since that's like the forefront, I was kind of okay with. I kind of even forgot that anything even happens. Like the ski speeders like come out, and then 2 minutes later they're all gone. And I was like, wait,
Yeah.
where's the battle? There is no battle.
There's no battle.
And then it's like, oh, Luke comes, and then it's Kylo, and then they spend way more time on that, where they should have spent it, like on the characters. Which, like, I guess Force Awakens kind of half did, but not as well as I think. I think everything, like, JJ tried to do, I feel like Rian Johnson actually did it better by either undoing what he did or doing it just in a better way, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I like Last Jedi more
like
than
the
Force
last,
Awakens for sure.
like the part where, like after, what does he do? Oh, after Kylo kind of figures out it's Luke, and he's like, no, you know, and he like stabs into him, and then Luke's like, see you later, kid. And then there's like the music is kind of going with all the rhythm of how they're moving, and then like after he disappears, like he has the like his sword still pointed out, and then like he kind of like turns around, but the music kind of goes with him turning around, and it's like bum bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum bum, and then it's like he's like he's like no, and like he's just like you can see like it's almost like you see like that sad ending that would happen for a good guy, but it happened for a bad guy.
Like Empire Strikes Back, yeah.
And it felt like the music only enhanced it, which I feel like, and with like new music, I think, and I felt like that rarely happens in the new movies.
Yeah, I like that music.
I think a lot of the reason actually I don't like Rogue One is because the music is really bad.
The music is all Star Wars themes with like two notes changed.
Yeah, it feels like a fan version. The whole thing, like it feels more like a fan version than Force Awakens did, I guess. I think mostly because of the music. Because the music all sounds so bad and so fan.
I'm trying to think of this one theme that makes me laugh. It's like I'm trying to think of how it goes.
There they are.
Ah, damn. Fucking sick. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. 3 lightsabers. I'm out of here. Fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die. I'm running. I'm solo. Han Solo. Han Solo. Okay, I need to be... Fuck, who should I be? I'll be Finn. Is Finn good? Finn good. I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo. But I think the same thing's gonna happen like with the Han Solo movie. It's just like, because so much of the reason like of movies, like the movies that I love, all have like soundtracks I also like, and I feel like without the music being good or me liking the music, I don't really like the movie.
That song in the trailer is already stuck in my head. I actually think it's pretty unique.
What trailer? From Han Solo?
The Solo trailer. Yeah,
you don't like that song? I've already forgotten what the song was.
It's like it's all built around a bass line, a recurring bass line, and it cuts out during the part where they're in the cockpit, and it's just the bass line. It's pretty badass.
I'll also listen to just the song then, I guess. It didn't. Nothing about the trailer stuck out to me at all, I guess. At all, I felt like I instantly forgot it.
Bass line. That was the only thing I have noticed.
Okay.
Because then it's swelling orchestral music.
But is the music really gonna be in it? In the actual movie?
Yeah, it's from the movie. It's for sure from it.
Oh, how do you know? How do you know?
You can tell it like match. I don't know. That should better be in it.
Cause like oh, I'm the target again. Damn. Kill him.
Well,
he did.
Got him.
Nice. Because I thought was the trailer music in Rogue One actually in the movie?
I don't remember it.
But like Rogue One, it's all like very. It feels like all stock music that they just had and they just.
What's funny though is the main theme of it is a John Williams tune with 2 notes changed, and it made me laugh so much when I realized that.
Oh really?
And I'm trying to think of what it is, and you'll laugh when I hum it because I just can't remember it though. I will eventually, I'm sure.
Man, Darth Maul's flying around all woo-ha-ha. Damn, Chewbacca did.
It's like clusterfuck.
Yeah. Fuck. Just keep forcing. Damn.
I'm pretty good with loot.
Are you? Are you now?
Cool hand loot. Childish Luke Dino.
Fuck you, dead SR-47 communism. Fuck you.
Let's stick together.
Yeah, let's stick together. Here comes
Thanks,
Vader.
bro. Watch this. Oh shit.
Is that happening to
We
you?
had choke.
Okay, he dead, but look out, Kylo. I'm sticking in my way. Oh, he still got you. He like chopped through
And
me.
I still got him. Wait, and I got a lot of kills. We shouldn't have lost.
Dang.
Let's
Oh,
see,
we
I
were
bet
down
you
a
I
man.
placed. I bet you I placed. I bet
I'm
you.
afraid you placed.
I did. I'm telling you.
No, you did. I think you
know
got
it.
5th.
I was murdering folk. Nice.
There ya. And there ya.
SR. Oh, I thought you were just saying that randomly. That's his
No,
name.
that was his fucking name, yeah.
I was like, that's some sort of history joke Chris knows. I don't.
Yeah, that was some deep reference.
Let's do Galactic Assault. Fuck
Let's
it.
do Galac. Alright, Galac attack.
So they're saying Conquest might be coming? What's that?
That's just like,
Is that
there's a bunch
Galactic
of
Conquest?
command posts. You go around, you take over a spot. You can spawn from them the more you have. You choose like where you spawn in and stuff.
So like old school?
So like how Battlefront, the original ones are. Which
Wait,
I
in
think is
Battlefront
what
1, couldn't you choose where you spawn? Or is
Yeah,
that in
yeah.
2 also?
It's in 2. It's like the same. It's the same.
I
And
never
you take
noticed
over
that you can
certain
choose.
ones and you get like if you take over certain ones you get vehicles that spawn in and stuff. Or it's just like a better
that
tactical
sounds
position
better
to
than
have.
Galactic Assault.
Yep. That's what I hope they put it in. I hope.
Sounds like they gonna. They teased it apparently.
Yeah, I saw them talking. I saw like it was like what? They're like they asked him and he's like, "Yes, we're going to put it in." And then later he's like, "Okay, let me clarify. We want to put it in," or something like that. Like we can't.
Let me just say right here, Luke is a huge part of this movie.
Yeah, yeah. Mark Hamill's and like he's like, "I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say." Like Lando
allowed
could have
to
been
say
like,
it,
"What?
son."
Oh yeah, me and we destroy the Death Star or whatever," and people like would be like, "Okay,
me
cool,
and
cool."
Akbar, you mean?
Me and Akbar, we destroy the Death Star, and then
Because he thinks
today,
his
if he
partner's
said it,
name
people
is
would be like,
Akbar.
"Spoiler, motherfucker." Okay, Galac. Galac.
Now this fish man right here goes by the name of Admiral Akbar, proving the older days of.
What if they had an
ugly
Admiral
ain't always
Akbar
bad.
and he had like a spear? He had like a Mon Calamari spear with a gun
That'd make no
on
sense.
the end of the spear.
With a raddest skin,
That would be awesome.
That'd be the raddest, dude.
That'd be the raddest.
The raddest ever.
Damn. We got hot.
It's not a bad level. There's tauntauns.
The tauntauns. You know what? I could look taunt.
Do you ever taunt on a tauntaun? I
Dude,
call it
there
the
should be a
tauntaun.
taunt. There should be.
It's called
a
the tauntaun.
Yeah, there should be. There should be. Taunt.
They see me taunting. I'm taunting. On a tauntaun, on tauntaun, tauntaun. Dude, Chameleonaire, dude. He's one of my favorite rappers. He done so much stuff.
Oh.
Wait, that was his only song. I wanna roll with the gangsters. I wanna bowl with the gangsters. But they all saying I'm too wide and nerdy. I'm just too wide and nerdy.
Alright. Oh shit. Spawn me in automatically. Oh, look if it isn't Boba Fett.
Well, if it isn't Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. If it isn't Darth Maul. Ah, shit.
Well, if it isn't Ray,
shit,
you got your mother's cooch.
Oh, God. Fuck, get down.
How do you know my mother? I know everybody's mother.
And then it's just accepted.
I actually
Lando
like this level.
knows
This is the one where you have to get the
people's
rocket
mothers.
launcher, right? Oh, probe droid.
The rocket launcher. Yeah, they
Do you
got
know Joe
Pogo.
Johnston designed the probe droid?
Did he? They do look
Yeah.
pretty cool.
He designed like a lot of the coolest stuff.
What else did he? You said he did the radar dish, right? On the Millennium Falcon. He's like,
Yeah,
And
well,
now it's
he
ours.
designed Boba Fett. Boba Fett is
oh,
his-
did he too?
Yeah,
Nice.
Boba Fett.
Boba
It'd be
Fett.
cool if they had a Wampa down here, and so you had to kind of avoid him.
That would be cool. I wish they would do that, put like actual... I'm sure people would be like, what? Fucking take this out. I just want to get headshots. I don't want to fucking kill stupid AI. Damn it,
Well, this looks pretty cool, like, with the sun on the snow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does look. Looks pretty nice. I'm on a tauntaun. The tauntaun.
Tauntaun.
Don 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 don.
Can't wait till I get zoom twice. Can't wait till I get the feature of a normal game.
Can't wait till you what? Oh, zoom
Unlock
twice.
the feature of a normal
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Hey, it's so you feel you know, you owned it.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, accomplished.
We want people to feel a sense of pride when they walk the mall. They can whip their junk out
When
and
they're
say,
at the pizzeria, I
when
just
they're at the
headbutted this
pizzeria,
motherfucker. Yeah, Tauntaun's still the best vehicle in the game, though. Oh shit, I'm gonna die.
that's rude, dude. They're not a vehicle. They have flesh and blood. They're an object.
I don't... Do they have blood, though? Because he just cuts them open and we see him test him, but we didn't see the
Good
fluid.
point. There's only 2 instances of blood in Star Wars.
Damn it, damn it. Oh, I thought I died. What's the...
When Dr. whatever Pamba Baba
Oh, yeah,
gets his
you're
arm
right,
cut
you're
off.
right.
And what's the second, do you know?
Kylo?
No. Oh, although yes,
He's
but
got
that's
blood.
like barely in. Yeah, but no, that's
You
not.
got blood, dude.
It doesn't count.
The second. In the original Tridge. The original
In all 3. All 3.
Of the original Tridge. Or all 3, all 3 Tridge.
All 3 trilogies. Yeah, all 3 Tridge.
Okay, let me think.
Even though it'd be Trills, but yeah.
I just like saying Tridge. Is it Anakin's mom? Do we see blood on her when
what'd you
she's
think?
like in the
I don't
Tuscan?
think so. Well, I don't mean like
she's got
just
dry
like
blood.
battle damage. I don't mean like just a scar or something. Because then you could say Anakin's dried scar on his eye or whatever.
Okay. Alright.
I mean, like when
I
you
don't
see
know. I don't think I
smeared
know.
Finn's
That's
helmet
not
at the
going on.
beginning of Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of blood in that movie, I guess. A lot of Force Awakens blood.
What's funny is I wanted to add a bunch of Star Wars podcasts to my rotation of podcasts, and I just put in Star Wars, and there's like 70,000 different podcasts, and they're all like super professional and like with tons of people on them, and so it's like, what the? I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
But I eventually narrowed it down to ones that I wanted to listen to. But one of them, the logo was the blood-stained Stormtrooper helmet, and it was called the family-friendly Star Wars cast.
Really?
Why did they choose that as their logo? It's so
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It's really weird. The one
I actually
non-family
think
friendly thing.
I think it's pretty cool in Force Awakens that, like, the 3 main characters, or the main characters, like, you know, from the trailer, like being Finn, Rey, and Kylo, is that in the actual movie, when we're introduced to each of them, they're all wearing, like, helmets or masks.
And they
I
take
think
them off.
that's-
Yeah, that's the whole, like,
And they
theme.
take them off. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's
It's like
actually
one of the
really
few
cool
cool
when
things in the movie.
when like a main character has to like cover their face nowadays, because like I feel like that's something from old movies we're okay with doing,
Dude,
but now new
did you
movies
see
are like,
Dunkirk?
I gotta show my face.
Did you see
No, I
Dunkirk?
didn't see it.
Tom
did
Hardy's
not.
face is covered the entire movie. You
did
never
not.
see his face.
Really? I wish they do that
Yeah,
for Venom.
It's crazy. He's banned the whole movie again.
Nice.
He's like, and his lips are his best feature. Why do they keep covering them?
I guess like Christopher Nolan, he's
Toby-
unique in that way.
Wait, I know why they cast him as Venom now. That's why. He's the only
Why?
actor that doesn't mind doing that. But
You
with,
think, like,
just with Topher, they kept taking it
They
off
kept
over and over
taking
again
it
because
off. Yeah.
They're gonna keep it on with Tom Hardy, I bet.
You think? Well,
Yeah, he's gonna
see,
keep
I mean,
it
the
on
whole
like Donkey
trailer,
Kong.
though, it's just showing his face, though, the whole time, you know?
I know, because they didn't want to show the suit, because that's what... The whole hype is going to be building up to showing the suit, I bet.
But what if it looks dumb?
Oh, it will.
Oh, it will!
But it's brilliant to not show it, though, in the first trailer, though.
Yeah, I guess. Might give up.
Because then people are still interested. Once they see it and they say it sucks, they're not interested anymore.
I'd be interested if I still... Hey, first Spider-Man teaser, he was wearing Spider suit. And I think in probably all the trailers you see Spider-Man's suit.
I know, but this is Venom, like something that's never been done right on the screen. If they nailed it, they're gonna keep it in their back pocket. Like Luke in Force Awakens.
Dude. It's Sony. They don't know what they're doing.
It's Sony and Marvel, though, working in conjunction.
Is Marvel still with Venom stuff? I thought they just had Spidey.
No, dude, Tom Holland is in the movie.
Oh, he is? Why didn't they show him in the trailer?
Yeah, Spider-Man is... Because he's just a cameo. It's not his movie, it's Venom's movie.
It's just a cameo.
Venom had his own comic series, so it makes sense.
Hostility and Venom.
What is that from? Our Spider-Man
no,
review?
that's Jamie Foxx said that.
Oh yeah. Pure hostility and Venom.
Jamie Foxx
about a character that's not Venom.
Yep.
Like, why say that word of all words in a Spider-Man
Because he
interview?
probably just doesn't even know, right? He just said it. Jamie Foxx is a good guy, though. He's a good guy.
He a good transvestite.
He's, I don't know about that.
Dude, he daddy Warbucks, dude. He daddy Warbucks.
Oh, yeah, he is, huh?
Is that you?
That's me.
On the tongue? On the tongue?
Oh, no. That's not me.
Oh. It's me now, bitch.
Bish? Ya biff?
I'm just gonna play around out here in my tauntaun. I'm not even gonna go inside.
Oh, you're doing that again, huh? Remember when we did that last time?
Yeah, it's fun. Except I'm all alone.
You did like,
We're making excellent progress in the West Hangar.
Oh, remember one of my coolest memories of this so far, which I hope is on a stream, is on Endor when I jumped onto the swoop bike.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That was cool.
Yeah, we gotta do that again. We gotta like execute it properly. It was there.
Yeah, but
it's there for sure.
What are the chances of getting Endor again? Like, you can't choose your fucking level.
We never play this mode. I bet we could get it if we played this mode more.
I'm down to play this mode more.
I felt like we did the jumping on thing and it worked, but I wish we could have gone on like a rampage or something, or done like a cool like running people over and shooting. I feel like we didn't get to do anything cool. But yeah, it definitely is on a stream.
There were a lot of boss hijinks highlights too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
when we first figured that out.
Definitely.
We were like, it worked!
Oh shit. It worked!
But then the other team started catching on and none of them would come up.
Shit. Yeah, then they'd only come up in like a huge group.
Yeah, that was pretty
and they'd
funny.
Kill us all. Fucking eye.
So now we're sabotaging fuel pipes? Is this happening during Empire, or is this not the Battle of Hoth?
I don't know. I'm assuming. I guess it is. It might just be from a different side, right?
Did they
assuming
sabotage
there's several
fuel
ways
pipes?
to get in. I don't think so. Do you know what happens if we do it?
Well, it blows
it
up.
like shows. It's pretty cool actually because it shows from the outside of the base it blowing up, and you see like all the hangars like shoot out all this fire shoots out of the snow.
What if then it shows the inside of the base and that guy that Han told to go to hell, he's burning alive in hell. God. It's like literal. That'd be hilarious.
That would be.
He's like, that's what he meant. It rhymes.
That's what it rhymes.
Fuck. I'm not doing much rhyming in my script.
Yeah, dude, I was meaning to let you know about that. I was meaning to say something about that.
Although I did have it rhyme with Last Jedi, where C-3PO is like, "Where's Rey?" And then it quickly cuts to what Rey's doing.
Oh,
That's what Last Jedi did also. Remember?
Yeah, you're right. Where's Rey?
He's like, "Where's Rey?"
Finn's first line. And the most he does in the whole movie. Bum, bum. Uh-oh.
You gotta, as much as the sequels stink on ice, you gotta give it to John Williams. He made some good new themes for the characters, I feel.
He did, dude. John Williams, he still got it. Yeah.
Yeah, what
No.
old, like, look at Danny Elfman. What's he doing now that anyone can quote? Like,
Exactly.
nothing. He's doing, like, Men in Black 3 and shit. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
And he
No,
was, like,
I'm pretty
my favorite
impressed
of all
with that.
time.
Like, John Williams is the only consistent thing I think across all the Star Wars movies. Because I even
I
like
thought
the
Hans
prequel
Zimmer was
song.
the shit with Dark Knight. I was like, whoa, this is genius. The percussion. He's like, this is like the There Will Be Blood soundtrack. But then he
Right.
just did that on every movie after that.
Yeah.
And
he's a
Inception,
son of a
that
bitch.
soundtrack, there's like 2 songs on the Inception soundtrack that literally move me to tears. They're so good. But then the rest of it is unlistenable because it's so loud.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just- But there are some really, there's 2 beautiful songs on that they use in like every trailer now.
Target destroyed. The rebels can no longer fuel their ships.
Dude, are you gonna see Skyscraper, dude?
Oh, look at that. You see that? It's like,
Whoa, nice.
and then seeing like the TIE
Later,
fighters and stuff. That'd be
that's
like,
like
damn.
Star Wars Infinities. That's like a what if, like
Yeah. It's like, oh!
Fizzy
That's
Sponge.
Dude,
Look, he's
Fizzy's
praying, dude.
fun. He praying. You're
That's
a religious man.
anti-religious.
He's mocking me. What now?
What if like Mr.
atheists?
Payton walks in and his kids are playing this? He's like, is that portraying the Pope in a negative light? Dad, we're not Catholic. It doesn't matter, kids. You respect others' religion. What about Scientology?
Fuck
I said
you.
religions.
I said religion. Yeah. I said.
What about the Mormons? They're technically Christians.
Fuck
son?
you, son.
Son, come here and smell Dad's finger. That's your mom.
Smell Dad's finger.
That's your mom.
That's your mom. That's your mom, like as in it's his mom, so it's their grandma.
No, he said, son, come smell Dad's finger. What you smell is your mom on it.
Oh,
It's
he's
his
still
fingering
talking.
their mom.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Dad,
That's pretty
your finger
normal.
smells like mom. Or the what? Whenever I smell Dad's finger, I have flashbacks of when I was getting born for some reason.
Oh my god. I got birth flashbacks.
You know who Daryl Hammond is, right?
I'm drawing a blank.
Sean Connery on Celebrity Jeopardy, and he's Bill
Oh,
Clinton,
yes,
the
yeah.
SNL actor. Yeah.
That
He's really
guy,
great.
yeah.
But I went down a rabbit hole on him the other day. Did you know that he got violently abused by his mom as a kid?
Oh no, I didn't. I don't know
She would,
anything about his history.
take off
I
her
guess.
high heel shoes and beat him until he would spit up blood.
What the
And then
fuck?
she would say, "Who's mommy's bloody little buddy?" And then she'd hit him with a hammer. And she
What
told
the
him
fuck?
to put out his tongue on the kitchen counter, and she nailed his tongue to the counter with a knife.
No way.
Yes, she did.
To make a stand, you
How
Yes,
does
and she would electric.
his tongue like just healed back to normal, or is it pretty
Yeah,
messed up?
your tongue actually does heal pretty
Like
well.
pretty well. Oh, okay.
It wasn't
That's
a huge
pretty
knife, I'm assuming. But
That's pretty-
and she would electrocute him too,
Oh my god.
with like wires and stuff.
Is she alive?
And like on her, on her deathbed, like none of his siblings knew about this. It's like they were all there, like, we're gonna miss your mom, and she reached over to him. She's like, "You were always my little buddy, weren't you?" And he was like, "No," and he left the room and let her
Whoa.
die, and he wasn't there for it.
Nice.
And like his whole family got mad at him, and they were like, Why did you leave mom?" And like he still didn't tell them.
ready and rigged.
Oh really?
But then he
That's
came
pretty
out and
messed
talked
up.
about it on Oprah or some shit. But yeah, it's
On
really
Oprah.
fucked up.
Why on Oprah?
And so basically he developed super problems. And like, you know the Al Gore sketch with Bush as Will Ferrell as Bush?
Oh
The
yeah,
debates,
he's
like,
with
back
Al
in the-
Gore. Yeah.
Yeah. During that sketch, or right before that sketch, he cut his entire arm up just to feel, or just to, because he was having a panic attack about remembering the lines. So he sliced his left arm
Oh
open and then
gosh.
put gauze on it and then started the sketch. So like during that sketch, his arm is bleeding and we don't even know it. Isn't that crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
I mean, not mentally crazy, but like, it's sad. It's just like,
Yeah.
like the comedic people, the stuff that it's going, you never know what's
That's
going
like
on.
anybody could go through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turret ready.
And apparently the only thing that his mom would like when he would do as a kid was impressions.
Really?
He would do them sometimes to make her laugh, and she would like forget about whatever she was about to do. So like he would get out of them by doing them. So and now that's what he does for a living. There's like a lot of psychology behind that.
Did you ever notice that as like a kid? I remember sometimes like on like the playground or at elementary school or something where you could do something or like just make a joke or say something where you could like kind of alleviate the situation or any like tension, especially with like when people were like really young, where it's like somebody could be crying or whatever basically, or like mad at you and be like, I'm gonna tell on you for doing this thing, and then you just like try to be funny or do some like almost like you doing a joke that you yourself wouldn't find funny, but you know other people find it funny.
Yeah.
So you kind of do it and you just kind of get out of it and you're like...
Do you remember an instance of that at all, or no?
I'm trying to remember. I think one time I came, like, a lot of us... It was something with the slide or something, and, like, we're all going down the slide fast, and then we'd, like, try to, like, scare the person when they come down the slide. Like, it was, like, something we all were doing, but then when you do it to somebody, you scare them and then they start crying or whatever. And you're like, what the fuck? I thought we were all joking around, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell on you for making me cry, and then you, like... Or like, how the heck would I explain? Like, you know, like, you already know, like, some adult is not going to listen to you because it's going to seem like you're a bad kid.
He's bad.
Right. So you, like, kind of have to think of your own way to... It's kind of like what some kind of criminals, I guess, could think, where they're like, dang, no one's going to believe me that I didn't mean for this bad thing to happen, you know? So you, like, they're like, you just make a joke or you just say some dumb thing. Or do some dumb face and then they start laughing and they forgot. They're like, oh, what was I doing? They like already forgot they were sad or whatever.
You learned how to manipulate other human beings.
Yeah.
You're a sociopath. No, I'm just kidding.
Turn yourself in.
Or like, dude, you know when like your mom cuts herself cooking and like she's bleeding, she asks for a Band-Aid, and then you just make her laugh and it all goes away.
And then you steal the money out of her wallet. And then you buy cigarettes and sell it to the 5th graders at school. Nah, dude, that never happened to me. You got a lot to learn, bro.
The main priest at your Catholic school is like drawing crucifixes with his cum on your forehead.
Oh my god.
Dude, no one can relate to that, dude.
Dude, nobody saw that. Yeah, that didn't happen to anybody, dude.
I'm down to play for like another hour if you are, or is that too late?
Oh, yeah, I guess we play until we feel it. I don't have to wake up early tomorrow or nothing.
Alright, cool. I
It's been a long
little bit of,
oh, shit. Oh, how did your shift go today?
I'll tell you about that when I come back. I have a teeny little bit of alcohol left in my fridge. I'm going to get some just to feel a little...
sure. Rubbing alcohol, right?
Or whenever I drink alone, it feels weird. So, like, this is technically not alone.
Yeah, you're right.
It is social.
Fuck.
Go crack one yourself if you have one. Unless you're not
I could.
Yeah, have some Star Wars Cantina time.
Dude, you know what? You're right.
I'll be right back.
Alright. I'm gonna defend the base. Keep the stream alive. Whoa, that was too close. Cavalry is here.
Fire set.
What'd you say?
I was just, while you were gone, I was just saying Lando quotes, you know, like the memorable, cavalry is here.
Oh yeah, he's gonna say that, don't worry. I'm thinking like Poe, when we go back to Poe, because I want it to kind of be this weird Shakespearean thing where Poe, like, his new buddy is C-3PO's head.
Oh,
like he holds it like a skull, you know, and it's
Dang,
always
that'd be
talking
cool,
to him
actually.
Yeah, like the final act is just him and 3PO's head. But then like they're like, how are we gonna rebuild the resistance to fight whatever something they have to fight? And all of a sudden like this ship comes in from hyperspace with a ton of other ships, and it's Lando. And over the mic he's like, cavalry is here!
For no reason. Wait, are you wait, Lando's just gonna because I was thinking like if I, like, for my script ideas, I was trying to come up with a way to bring Lando in that doesn't seem too out of nowhere or forced. Because I think it would be cool to have him back, but I was trying to think of a good way to
In
bring him
mine, I
back.
think it makes sense to make it out of nowhere, though, because it's like in the spirit of the idiocy of it all, you know?
Gotcha.
Although,
gotcha.
you're gonna be surprised, like, I have this thing, I have two things, not to overhype it, of course, but two things that I've been planting seeds of the entire time.
Really?
And when they happen, you're gonna go, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. And then I'm gonna basically say, look back on these pages, and you'll be like, whoa, you were planting this the whole time.
About.
Yeah, some stuff, like there was one thing I thought you almost were about to notice it, but then you like brushed past it like it was just a normal thing, and I was like, he's not even gonna see this coming.
Nice. Oh, you okay there?
Oh yeah, I still can't.
Son?
Major structural damage to both
Son?
walkers.
I still can't handle. I'm like a wuss with alcohol.
Oh. You take down too much, my friend? Have some jury juice on me, my friend. Say my name, say my name.
No, it's like, have you had peppermint schnapps before? That's what I'm having.
Oh no, I haven't really had any. I usually just stick to like beer, I guess. Nothing fancy or.
To me though, obviously since I'm big, it takes a lot of beer to give me a buzz, and then that's just like empty calories, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I figure if I buy something that will get me drunk in like 2 swallows, and then I'm good. That's all I really need.
Alright. Alright.
Not that I'm getting drunk
2
alone every night
swallows.
or anything. Well, yeah, when I get drunk, I swallow, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. What?
I usually spit, but I swallow when I'm drunk. What do you guys keep in the house as far as spirits? Anything, or is it just whenever, every now and then you get a beer or something?
It's only every now and then. I guess it's something. I don't know. There's like some things like when I like maybe because I just think about it. When I look at like a cost thing and thinking about what I'm going to spend, and I look at like alcohol and stuff, I just think like
not worth it.
This is the whole point. The whole thing about it is just like a poison in my body that's not good for me at all. It's like
exactly. That's why I was like when I was
this.
smoking, my parents were still pretty much providing all my money to me, so I didn't care. But then as soon as I had to pay all my own bills, I was like, oh, I'm not smoking anymore. There's no point at all. That's like $7 every 5 days or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you do that?
And it's just giving you more problems down the road.
Exactly. Which will
and
then cost
like,
money.
Also now with like healthcare, or at least around here, like if you like smoke, I think it's a bad thing. Like maybe you have to pay more. And then like they also like are against if you drink too much. They always like check. Like they ask you questions about it. So I'm like, oh.
What's fucked up too is that the therapeutic, like the mental, the psychiatry world and the medical world are still not they're not in sync. Like,
what do you mean?
They're not reading the same materials or thinking the same ideologies. Because when I, like, you know, in the past had like hurt myself or tried to kill myself or whatever, and I ended up in the emergency room, the doctors were all like shitty about it.
Really?
Like their attitude said like, there's other people here that actually need help, and you brought your you asked to be here. Like, why am I even helping?
Oh, like they don't even understand it at all.
Yeah, they're judging it, sort of. You know what I mean?
Sure. Whoa, I got
Whereas if you went to a therapist, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, like what happened? Like, we need to work on this or something." Let's go. Like I feel like
it is kind of weird. Like I felt like, yeah, like stuff like that. I'm not even sure what to categorize. Like, but I felt like I had very little understanding until I heard, like you or Joelle talk to me about stuff and like give me your perspective.
It's
it was
just
like I never
being
thought.
Sick.
Right. Nobody really teaches you that though. Like they try to make it seem like it's not.
Yeah, most people are like, "Oh, you're depressed. What do you have to be depressed about? Come on, go out and get some fresh air."
They don't. They think of it as if it's an actual like human emotion, though. You know, like it's like a normal like being sad, but it's not like that. It's like completely different than that. It's like something most people have no understanding of unless they experience it or somebody describes it to them.
if a family member died or if I became homeless, like, you would kind of understand for me to be depressed. But, like, back when I started getting depressed, my parents were fully supporting me. I had everything on a silver platter. I had no reason to be depressed, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So it is like it's a chemical thing. It sucks.
No, like the whole point is like people try to rationalize it, but from the beginning it's not. It's some like sure there's patterns to it, but it mostly seems random, or at least to the average human, it seems completely random, and that's why they can't understand it.
It's like I'm a different person when I have a panic attack. Like anything will seem possible. Like if someone's like, "Dude, you didn't see it, but there's like a tarantula on your neck." I'd be like, "Oh fuck, there's a tarantula on my..." But then like 5 minutes later, I'd be like, "You fucking get what?" There's no tarantula on my neck. Like, I'm a different person.
But that's like a good point with like how, like you could be like, dang, I just feel like major depression. I feel like all these bad thoughts and sad feelings. And they're like, whoa, what happened to you? And you're like, it just came out of nowhere. And they're like, come on, man, just get out of it. But if someone were to be like, dude, I have a fear of tarantulas. They just make me freak out for no reason. People are like, oh, I understand that. People are scared. Like, because you give it a face that they can understand. They're like, oh, it's perfectly normal to have an irrational fear of tarantulas. But to have an irrational sadness, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and not to justify all my flaws, but like on the other hand, like if you flip it, something that does have a face but still is not understood is being overweight, because like basically overeating is like a vice, you know, and a lot of other people have vices. Theirs just don't manifest themselves physically on their body, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like some guy might have a gambling problem, but he's hot,
just is in debt. He's just in debt and chased by debt collectors.
But you can be overweight, not have any other vices, be a good person, but your one vice is overeating, and then suddenly people look at you and be like, man, he has no character. He has no willpower. Yeah. He gives in to anything, and it's like, no, just cupcakes, but everything else I'm good.
It's because eating is something everyone has to do. Where, like, gambling, some people could never... Well, I guess if they knew you gambled, they'd be like, oh, he's a sinner.
Yeah.
He had his chance with God. And now it's done. Oh.
The eating thing, I think, starts when you're young. Like, my dad was always super weird about how much I ate when I was little. So then when I got to the freedom where I was like buying my own groceries, I almost was like rebelling against my dad, if that makes any sense. It was like, I'm gonna eat as much as I want now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, sure.
Like I wasn't thinking that concretely, but looking back, I feel like that subconsciously, I was like rebelling. But that's so
you think
stupid.
Like it makes sense?
Yeah, but rebelling that makes you worse, like that's so pointless. No, but you
so
don't
many
win in
people
that.
do that.
I know, but I'm one of them too.
It takes a lot of like when you get so wrapped up into something, or if it's like, it's more like your decision is like an emotionally fueled one rather than like you thinking about it. It just kind of seems like a reaction. It's harder like to see it for what it is.
Victory!
Suck it. Oh yeah. The rebellion.
You know how at the end of a cup on Mario Kart, there's always like an award ceremony, and they're standing on things and stuff. They should have like after 5 or 6 battles of this, it's like a tournament, and then there's an award ceremony, and it has Obla Plopkis or whatever the diva from Canto Bight. And she's like, it's like singing at this award ceremony, and everyone's clapping.
And nobody knows who she is. Because she's too new of a character.
Oh, people would know. Shoot, it centers right. You get a good look at her.
You do get it hangs there.
I had one kill during that. I was not paying attention. I'm gonna pay attention to this next one.
Oh, you'll get it. Oh, haha. You'll get it.
So, what have you come up with so far for your idea of episode 9? I'm curious. Because your approach was that you were gonna like do the exact opposite and actually make like a cool one, right?
Yeah, I was trying to think of all the... Well, I was kind of like, first I was brainstorming, coming up with ideas, things that I thought I'd want to see. But then I was kind of looking at it, I was like, dang, I was like, this kind of is starting to feel more like a book, or I'm approaching it like ideas in a book instead of like a movie. And I'm like,
That's
I'm gonna have to
fine.
cut
Look
this
at
out
mine.
and cut
Mine
that
would
out.
not work as a movie at all.
Yeah, I'm thinking
There's
I'm gonna
no
try to
pacing.
make mine like work more like a movie, or like at least have like
Okay.
a certain amount of scenes. Because I was thinking like I could, because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to dive into and like ideas, but then I was like, dang, I'm taking a lot of time just getting this one idea across. Maybe I should mix scenes together and just make it more cut and dry.
Mine would work as a movie, but Star Wars fans wouldn't like it because there's so little action in it. That's all. Like, I'd be fine with it. I'd be laughing my ass off, obviously, because I wrote it. But
Yeah.
but like the zing zang stuff, like that's very cinematic. I think you could do something cool with that.
Oh sure.
Like, even though it's a joke, you know, like, I wish there was something like that where we saw something we've never seen before that... Because, like, Star Wars is full of aliens, but I want to see something that feels alien even amongst aliens, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, where you're like, whoa, like, we've seen the weirdest of the weird, and this is weirder.
Right, right.
That's why I kind of like Borgullet a little bit, even though he wasn't that weird, but it was kind of a cool idea. It was like this mind-reading squid thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Borgullet!
Borgullet. I still think, Forrest Whitaker's still like pretty interesting take on like his version of the Star Wars character. I still wish they had him in it more. He felt like just a cameo.
And he dies for no reason too.
He
basically did not
reason.
have to stay there.
Nah, they just didn't know what to do with him.
Or they wanted his death to be like a motivator or
I
something.
feel like I'm gonna like...
Although his breathing was really bad. He could have been like on death's door anyway, and he just chose to do that.
It could have just been like he was no longer able to walk though. Instead, he was still standing, right? He was still kind of walking around.
Yeah, he barely could walk.
It should have been like
he
he
wouldn't
was
have been able to
barely
be fast
walking.
enough. He was barely walking.
Yeah, he was barely walking. They did say that, but it was kind of weird.
People make the excuse.
What?
People make the excuse that, oh, the reason Rey was able to beat Kylo is because he was wounded by Chewie's blaster.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that takes a lot of thinking to come to that point, though. So, like, if that's justified, then you could say...
I think they show,
Saw Gerrera's death is justified.
I think they make a big deal about him getting shot, though. Because, like,
he beats
first,
on his chest, really weird.
First he's like, when he's shot, he's just, like, kneeling over. I think it's like he's trying to, like... It's kind of like the idea that the pain makes him stronger or something. Like, if it makes him angry.
Though. It's not really explained.
Not really, but I don't think it needs to be exactly.
No, but it's cool. It's kind of like one of the darker things in Star Wars. Thinking about that. Like, Darth Vader didn't do that in a lightsaber battle, like start beating his wound.
Right. No, it's kind of interesting how, like, Kylo Ren is like the best character in well, I don't know. I guess would people say that Darth Vader, like, he wasn't really a character in the first one, really. He was more just like a scary guy, and then he kind of like develops and then has a character.
He's a cliche villain.
He's more like he's just a Nazi.
He becomes
SS
sympathetic
officer.
as it goes.
Yeah. I think, like, the thing I'm trying to do with the script, I'm thinking of, like, I'm trying to do something that would satisfy, like, the cynics, or, like, you and Rob, like, the things that you're like, dang, this kind of sucked. I was hoping they'd have a plan. And, like, it's kind of looking at, like, part of the... I can see why it would be kind of annoying for, like, somebody making these movies if they're like, I just want to focus on fixing what I think is broken. It's kind of easier just to... Yeah, it's easier just to ignore and do the stuff you want to do than to think about, like, oh, I have to make this make sense. It's kind of like you have to... It's not the fun part of it, I guess.
Yeah. We still don't know how Rey knew how to pilot the Millennium Falcon right away. We have no idea.
Yeah. I was thinking, why didn't they just have her, like, she was working on the ship. Like, that was her job. Like, that she was, like, finding parts and replacing them in the ship. And that was just like, that guy's like, yeah, this is my ship, fix it. And then you're kind of like, oh, she's been working on it for a while. Oh, yeah, she probably might know how to fly it because she's been working on it. Like, that would
That'd
have
be
just,
pretty
like,
cool,
made
actually.
sense.
She could say to Unkar Plot, like, the main motivator's broken, and he'd be like, go get a fuel pump.
Yeah,
She'd be like,
yeah.
but that will affect the main core.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
then we're like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. Okay.
Yeah, instead it's like, it's just lazily thrown in there because JJ's
Yeah, it's
like,
just
oh
like,
shit, we need to
how did I
explain
do
this.
that? You were doing, yeah, and then you were doing, yeah, then you were, oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. And then Keenan and Cal.
Talking about Keenan and Kel.
Here we go.
Ah, here it goes.
Here it
Why?
goes. Why?
Oh, I liked your drum beats a lot. There were like two distinct
Placing charges.
little chunks
nice.
that are gonna make really good loops, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
I want you to kind of...
Oh, you got
I was
some
kind of like
direct?
fantasizing last night. Like about
Okay.
when I was hearing it, I was like, I feel like Chris is like me, where he starts jamming kind of on it, like a traditional beat.
Yeah.
And then he finds something that sounds like suddenly you're like, whoa, that actually sounds a little different or like unique. And then you come up with this beat that like there were a few beats on there that I'd actually never heard in any song before.
Oh, really?
Or like the combination, maybe the beat I'd heard, the tempo I'd heard, but the combination of the way you were hitting things was different.
Well,
So I feel like you
lately, I tried, like, yeah, for you, like, when I think about, like, a lot of the stuff that I've heard from you lately, I'm like, dang, I kind of want to try to do something that I wouldn't normally do, or, like, play in a
Exactly.
way I wouldn't normally play, because, like, I feel like that's been more your approach, and then you kind of put it into something that you do, I guess, if that makes
Yeah.
sense, or, like, to give it your style.
Yeah.
And so I've been, like, and also, like, because I don't want to play the same thing over and over again, otherwise you're going to be like,
yeah,
oh,
it's
he
boring.
already sent me that. And actually for these ones that I just sent you, I usually like will listen to them and trim them down and just send you the best
Cool.
ones, but I was kind of like, I'm just going to send him everything because I was like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
feel
heard-
like listening
I don't
back
mind
on
waiting
it.
through the BS to find the good stuff, because there's
Okay,
good stuff
okay.
in there.
Okay, true.
But yeah, I just want you for the rest of the gargoyle stuff at least, like try to keep doing what you're doing, where it's like a sexy badass drum beat, but the way it's different than any drum beat you've ever heard, sort of. You know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
like
Yeah,
where-
I'll keep trying to do that.
Almost like some of the beats sounded like normally on a song the snare drum would be playing that hit, but you're using the cymbal for that hit instead, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like you're like switching the texture of it. It sounds different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is what I've sometimes, like, even for that, the $24 for one chicken, like the one
Yeah.
you used for that was just me, like, switching hands and, like, I'm gonna play this like this and play this one like this and then just do that.
Were there any, on Plastic Keener, were there any of, like, because I put most of your drums through, like, weird filters and stuff. Were there any that you thought actually, like, sounded cooler through a filter that I added, or did it?
There were,
did it-
like, at least 3, I think, where I was
Did it
like,
weaken
oh, he
them?
No, there was, I'll have to listen back, but I remember I think there was,
Okay.
like, at least 3 that when I listened to them, I was like, oh, he definitely put a filter on this. I think it sounds pretty cool, actually.
Okay, cool. I
'Cause
just
I
didn't know
think,
if you, like, minded that.
Oh, no, oh, yeah, just do whatever. Do whatever. Because even a lot of your guitar effects, I think, sound pretty cool. Like, the ones that I guess, like, the ones that, I don't know the right word to, like, it's always hard for me to describe guitar sounds,
Sure,
I
sure.
guess, with real words. But there's, like, a few songs where I was like, oh, I feel like you either, like, spent time figuring it out, or you've spent so much time with the whatever software effects you're using that you kind of know where to go to for certain ones. Because it feels more...
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
It feels like, because I remember, like, back in the day when you were first kind of doing, like, maybe years ago, when you'd send them, and sometimes you could kind of hear the, sort of like what the guitar kind of would sound on its own, or like its own natural sound, I guess, or like it's sort of like...
Yeah, I never use natural sound anymore.
There was, or like, it's like it have an effect, but you can kind of hear, it's like the clean ones kind of played over it, if that makes sense. Or like you can hear that, you can hear the sound of the guitar you're using, I guess. But now it feels like a lot of the effects that you now use, like it almost sounds like...
Different guitars. Maybe.
Yeah, like it's like a different guitar. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a different setup for it, I guess.
That's cool. Yeah, it's just
It's
a
just
lot of, like,
you come a
messing
long
around.
way, I think, for sure. And like you figured out
Thanks.
a lot of like good settings, I think.
I would
Even
say
like,
for like a non-guitar player, I've definitely come a long way, but I'm still not like a guitarist full-blown, I feel weird saying that I play guitar, because I still use studio magic to make it sound good, you know what I mean?
Oh, but that, in my opinion, that's like half of what at least guitar is should be now. Because like now to me, the things that stick
the
out.
Beatles were actually. Like,
I feel like that's
that
what sticks
talented.
out to me more than the actual talent. It's like the sound you come up with, and if it's like appropriate.
Yeah.
Especially when so many people use the same ones. Like I love for
That's
the
why,
two
like,
guitar sounds you use on $24 for One Chicken. I just think are really good, actually. Like pretty cool
okay,
sounding
yeah.
on their own.
I wanted to choose ones that and
For that,
Cybernetics,
that of all songs.
Punks or whatever it is. Those two ones I want it to be like grading, but like right before, like on the scale of grading, it's like right before it gets to obnoxious. It's not quite obnoxious yet, but it's it's really grating, and it's like sounds like a razor blade sort of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love that. I love that sound. Because there's a Canadian metal band from the '80s called Voivod, and they use like only dissonant chords and stuff. I don't even know how music works, so. But it's something called like the Devil's Third. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, yeah. I actually think those chords sound kind of cool, but they only use those.
I love them. They only use it, and so that's whenever I do a metally
like
type song, I try to only use those.
Right?
Yeah, it's
I think
pretty cool.
Buckethead sometimes will use a lot of those.
He does, for sure. That's why I like a lot of his stuff. There's definitely Buckethead influence, I think, on our Gargoyle stuff. Just in the experimentation, not the sound necessarily, but the way he'll do kind of every style and be good at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I think like at least for like half of the Gargoyle songs, I think like I've been impressed by, because sometimes I forget. Like, especially the ones where I just send you a bunch of beats and you just choose one. Like, I forget. I was like, oh, right, I just played this one beat. Like, it sounds like a fully like a full sounding song.
Oh, cool.
But it kind of like,
awesome.
from my point of view, it started from nothing.
Yeah, I imagine the beat, like, and then the beat inspires the entire song pretty much. So it's kind of both ways, yo.
Yeah,
it's our first, like, real collaboration.
Like
I feel like Glowbox was close to what we wanted to do, but this is more like truly collaborating, I feel. Even though most of the song ideas, you know, come from me and everything, and you're welcome to send me song ideas, obviously, but I still feel like you're still a big part of the songs because the beats are so important. There's only like 2 songs on the album that don't have drums. Like all of them are crucial to the drums.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll see, like, maybe tomorrow. I feel like during the week I'll work, and then I come home and just either, like, we play, or I just kind of, like, go to sleep. And then Saturday is really my only day where I have, like, time where I can just do stuff. So if I can, tomorrow I'll try to listen to one.
At least, Abysmal Hymnal will be good to get drums on. Jimmy's Nipple, I'm gonna change. Jimmy's Nipple is like the single, and that's the easiest one to drum for probably, but I've noticed a few things where the rhythm's out of sync that I need to fix. And actually, before we release Thaumaturgy Clergy, which is our second album, I'm gonna release an EP called Just Jimmy's Nipple, the EP. And it's gonna have that song on it with like 4 other songs all telling a story about a guy's nipple that talks to him and makes him kill people. I think it'll be awesome. Because it was all inspired by a photo that, you know, Fig, or Van, rather?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I kind of reconnected with him after falling out for a while. And he showed me an old photo that I remember him sending me a long time ago of his friend, like, in Florida smoking and lifting up his shirt so one nipple is exposed. And it was such a cool photo. I was like, the saturation on it was all green and weird. I was like, that's an album cover, dude. I was like, no, wait, that's an EP cover. That's an EP cover. So I was like, I'll take a song from our next album and make like a little mini EP out of it or something. Because no one does that anymore, because like, you just make albums now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But EP is kind of a lost art form, like a short form statement is kind of cool. Especially when bands like put a song on an EP and then later it's on an album and you're like, oh, I remember that from the EP. Oh yeah.
It's just like you're not as limited anymore, really. You don't need don't need to. Oh shit. Studio Mike.
Studio Mike.
That was a guy.
Is he an audio engineer?
Like maybe. Dude, I should call him.
Do you remember that guy in
mic, yo.
Warframe we were talking to? He's like, yo, I record music. I was like, yeah, so does my friend. And then he was like, yeah, I record, like, real music.
Oh,
or he seemed like he was trying to... Or, I know he didn't say that, but
he did seem like
he was one-upping. Yeah,
no, yeah, I did think... No, he did that because he did it to both of us. I forget what you asked him... I forget what you asked him exactly.
Probably
and he's
said,
like,
I make music.
No,
he's like, yeah, I make music.
And he was, yeah, I forget what he said. I just remember for me, I was like, oh, you live there? I live there. And he's like, oh, I actually live here. And I'm thinking like,
yeah.
Why did you say you live there then?
Yeah, did I say San Jose? I meant
San Francisco.
San Jose, way over here.
And then he was like, I was like, oh, then why didn't you just say San Francisco?
People are interesting, dude. They're so insecure.
Yeah, I like didn't get it.
I always love noticing that in people. Like, it's kind of cute. You're like, "Aw, you really don't like who you are."
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's
like I don't like who I am either, but I don't do that shit.
Or no, what's even weirder is when they like, you feel like they, what is that thing called? It's like when you say, or like they say something, then you say something, and then like based off of what you said, they think you meant. Like almost something like where you're kind of like questioning their honor or something. You could be, or it'd be like, oh yeah, like he's like, oh yeah, I brought my my Harley in or whatever. He's like, oh, you riding your hog? And he's like, oh yeah, I mean, no, I've had mine for a while. Like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. And you're like, oh, I was just calling it a hog and was like as a joke, you know. I'm not a big, but like they don't know that. They think you're like gonna give him a hard time because somebody else gave him a hard time.
This thing's a Harley, dude. This ain't no Porkins, dude.
Or like a guy could be like, yeah, I spent 2 years kind of like working on my audio get up, and you're like, oh yeah, I just bought mine on this. And he's like, well, I could have bought that too, but I just that. You're like, oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, you weren't challenging it at all.
Yeah, I was just saying that that's what I did. I like what you did.
Exactly. That was what one of my coworkers at Zia did. It was so weird though. I'd be like, oh, check this out, and I was like. Cave album in my cubby, because you could put things in your cubby that like you wanted to buy yourself, so that's people that came in wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
It was kind of cool. And then I was putting that in there. He's like, "You like Nick Cave?" I was like,
"Not sure why."
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, as far as a lyricist, he's like #1. I worship his lyrics, dude." He's like, "Yeah, I worship him too. Check this out." And he raised his pant leg. He had like a full leg tattoo of Nick Cave. And I was like, "Okay, right on. That legitimately one-ups. Like, that's not." Just lying, like that's pretty cool. And I was like, that's awesome. And I showed him a picture on my phone. At the time I had a poster in my room. I was like, dude, check out this Nick Cave poster in my room. It's pretty cool. And he was like, yeah, I think I have that one. I was like, you think you have it? It was like so weird. Like, why would you say I think I have that one? It's like, you either do or you don't. It's not that big a deal, dude. It's just a poster. I was just trying to bond with you. You know what I mean? I wasn't competing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah. I've seen that one. I think I have that one too. You think you have that one?
You think you have it, huh?
Pretty sure I know exactly what I own.
It's also like, it's not just what they say, but it's also like how they say it. Like if he said like, dang, I think I have that. I can't remember. And then you'd kind of like be like, oh, but he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that one too.
It was very dismissive. He was like, oh yeah, that one, yeah, I think I have that one.
You're like, I wasn't asking if you had it, motherfucker.
Yeah. Did I say you could breathe oxygen today?
Did I fucking stutter?
Whoa, ape walker. Unnecessary ape walker.
Unnecessary. Although I think if I saw this in a comic book, I would have been like, cool.
Yeah. But different medium, dude. Different medium. The films are judged more harshly. It's kind of
all the sequel movies. They got a red and white thing kind of going on.
Really? Which
one? Yeah,
because
Starkiller Base, it's like white, and then they got all the red and white colors. Like when you go in the base.
Oh, I think of Starkiller like white and like blue, kind of. I don't know.
Blue? Blue? There's no blue.
Because like the energy coming from the ring around it and the blast.
It shoots.
The gun is like blue.
Oh no, the laser it shoots is red.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On the poster, it's like whitish blue
shit.
glow, I thought.
Oh, on the poster, yeah, you're right. On the poster, like when you look at the opening, but when they shoot the beam at the planets, it's red. So it's like this white
when they
ball
shoot the
shooting
beam
red.
at the planet we've never seen with people we've never seen that we're supposed to care about.
Yeah, that
It's
was pretty
red.
bad.
Although I
That
guess
was really,
Alderaan,
that
we
was
didn't
like,
care about Alderaan
that
either.
tone shift was pretty, it was pretty bad. It went from
They
like,
just showed this weird furry guy on a balcony. He's like, oh no!
yeah.
Some people are like, dude, was that Coruscant? They just destroyed
I
Coruscant.
think that's what we said at the time too. I was like, did they just destroy the prequels?
Did you know
like,
Timothy
there was
Zahn
no
created
emotion in that.
Coruscant?
Oh yeah, I think you told me that, right? Or
That's
like
pretty cool.
came up with the
Yeah,
name
George
too,
was
right?
like, it doesn't. This book does not matter, but I'm gonna steal stuff from it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take croissant. I like croissants. No, it's Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Fuck.
Coruscant. Wait, cut. Anakin.
Coruscant.
Did we redo that one? Oh, but I memorized the lines as Coruscant.
Is that what he says?
Well, you're good. Yeah.
What a kid.
But I memorized it as Coruscant. Well, you can rememorize it as this, right? No,
Nah.
I can't. I
that what he
want
said?
my Turbo Man action figure!
Turbo Man. Where's my dad?
Have disabled the walker. You must defend it.
That was a pretty weird movie jingle all the way.
That's really weird. And what's his Sinbad? His character is like really
Sinbad,
racist.
yeah.
It's like, oh, white man gonna tell me about, oh man, Malcolm X over here, Jesse Jackson, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like bringing up all these like civil rights.
And he's like
people,
stealing
like,
stuff too. He's like a bad guy.
Yeah, he's
It's
a
pretty
bad
weird.
black man.
Yeah. That is weird.
He's a very bad, very.
And then he
black
is the
man.
bad guy. He's the villain too.
Yeah, he is.
This
That's
is
really
so weird. It made it look like a guy down on his luck who is desperate and stealing, and then he's
And
also
then there's
the
like
villain.
a bunch of midgets that like are down on their luck playing elves, and they're like mad.
Oh yeah,
Charge online.
they're mad.
And there's like the neighbor that he's always
Mad, bro?
competing with or something. Wasn't that
Oh,
Phil
yeah.
Hartman? I think that was Phil Hartman.
Was it?
I think it was.
Dang, he's a genius, dude. It's so sad what happened to him. Really, I
That's
went on like
one of the
this
saddest
thing
things
where I was
ever.
watching all this stuff that he did, and then his roles in The Simpsons. I was like, damn. Like I didn't realize how much of an impact he made on me until like much later, and then I was like, oh, and he's dead.
All
That's
the ways to
bad.
go. Like that sucks.
Yeah, yeah,
Your wife shooting you in the face in bed.
yeah,
Although hopefully he was asleep, so he didn't even see it coming.
yeah. Hopefully, he went out on the highest of high.
I guess less sad than Chris Farley, who's like bloated like a blue balloon with
Yeah.
a rosary around
Who's
your neck.
just a Google image search away.
Wow, that was when I like realized how
Oh,
dark
shit.
life was. I just Google searched Chris Farley in programming class, and I was like,
He did.
no, that can't be his. Wait, no, there's pictures of dead bodies on the internet. I was like, whoa. And ever since, I haven't
That's
been
gonna
able
be
to
like
jack off
something-
to anything else.
That's gonna be like mentioned in the history books, though. You know, it's
Yeah,
gonna be like
pretty much.
200 years ago, people used to look up dead bodies on the internet. That was before our overlords came and decided the internet was not fit for humankind. Yeah, good riddance.
Someone raises their hand, they're like, teacher, what's death? You know, we're still not sure, but we've been researching it.
What's death? What's the
We
infidel?
don't die no more.
Oh fuck! There's a guy behind me. Oh, fucking Han Solo. Han Solo.
I mean, I think,
Han
what's
Solo.
the worst thing you've seen online that you actually regret seeing? Where it's like kind of
That I
makes the
haven't
Bible
repressed?
verse of like, be careful, little eyes, what you see, or whatever. It makes that true.
Oh,
where you're
I'd have
like,
to think.
oh,
It's probably something I've
I wish
repressed
I had not seen it.
or like
Oh yeah, maybe.
haven't thought about.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked.
Oh shit! Damn it! Get him.
Me,
Okay.
it was an ISIS video.
ISIS. Oh really?
Like
Oh,
a
of them killing
up-close
somebody?
beheading. Up close,
Oh,
like
damn.
every vein is being cut up close. It was gnarly, and I was like, "Oh, yet you can't look away." And it kind of looked fake because, like, you're so used to seeing that in movies and stuff.
Does it? Yeah. Did it feel like it looked like a movie? Or no?
It felt-
Like it felt.
It felt fake, but then like
Oh man.
you know it's real, so it's like still like makes you want to throw up.
Fucking yeah.
So I feel
Probably
like
something
real
DJ
gore
showed
still
me, to
isn't.
be honest. I bet he
Yeah,
showed like in
exactly.
high school, probably.
You check this out, dude. It's a guy fucking a glass jar with his butthole.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. See, it's like
He's
stuff
like,
that I'm like glad to have forgotten about.
He's impervious to that stuff, I feel.
Oh yeah, he got that. Yeah.
Whenever I
wonder
happen
if he
upon
still
something
is.
utterly like horrifying, I just send it to him because I
He's
always
like, oh, I already
correlate him
saw
with
it.
that.
Yeah.
And he's always like, yeah, I've seen that shit, dude. That was like
Yeah.
2004.
I think I have a poster of that.
I think I have a poster of that. That's so good. That should be the new like asshole thing to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, check out my new car. I've been saving up. I think I have a poster of that.
Oh god.
What does that matter? I have a car. I
Yeah.
think I have a poster of that.
Yeah. Got a little Hot Wheels action figure. Oh shit.
There actually is a Hot Wheels toy called the Cargo.
Oh, I saw that when I was looking for the site.
Yeah. That's
I
pretty
was
cool,
like, it
actually.
makes sense.
I was gonna use it as our avatar, but then I found that weird like Slovakian alien fraud thing. It's like a furry
Oh yeah, yeah.
alien with lips or whatever. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Top resistance agent spotted. Be warned.
Who's
Got
got a
him.
taint? Who's got 2 thumbs and a taint? This guy. Oh, did you see that thing where it's like,
Taint.
who's got 2 thumbs and didn't need an acting coach? Misa.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
That's so good.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh damn, I haven't been able to snipe. I still have not unlocked a gun. We've been playing this so much.
Oh really?
I have not unlocked a
Oh,
gun.
we've been
no.
playing too much Heroes, I guess. Ah shit.
I'm only playing Specialist to try to unlock the double zoom, and I still haven't. I wish you
Wait,
could
which gun are
astrally
you
project.
using?
The first gun.
Together.
The first one for
First gun.
Specialist?
Oh, I don't think you can get double zoom on that, can you? I think you
No,
have
I mean,
to
isn't
unlock
the-
the
The
what's
next
it
gun,
called?
right? I
How
don't know,
many
but I'm
kills
just
do you
saying, don't
need? How much? Wasn't it like
Is it-
25 or was it less more than that?
I thought it was like 50 or something.
Is
Annihilate
it?
anything in
I
our
don't
way.
remember.
I guess I haven't killed enough people.
Specialist, I spent a long time. Like, I'm not as good with the sniper characters, so that gun took me a long time to unlock.
I'm not good either, but it's still fun. When you get someone, it's very satisfying.
Take position in the mine hangar control tower.
The
You feel like they did not see it coming.
oh yeah, yeah. And then they yelling. You know, they can see your scope though if you hold it down for too
Oh,
long.
really?
If
What do you
there's
mean?
light, like they can see the reflection of your scope, and then they'll know where you
Oh,
are.
that's weird.
Ah shit.
Does any other game have that?
I think they started doing that because like Battlefield and all that do it.
Speaking of Dark Forces, is that a good game? Like, was that worth getting? Or?
I don't know. That's hard. Like a
It's
lot,
supposed to
there's
be
a lot of
awesome.
old games where it was like at the time when you played it, it was cool, but then when you look at what's available now, it's kind of like
Well, sure,
not as cool.
but I want to like go back in time a little bit. It's like Star Wars Doom a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean
Did you
even
play the
like
second one?
Dark Forces 2. No, I think I just played the first one. But then like
That one's supposed to
whatever
be
the
cool.
Jedi Knight, Dark Forces Jedi Knight or whatever it was called. That was the one I
Is that
played
one
a
good?
lot of. That one I played a lot of, and when I tried to play it back, I got pretty bored with it, which was unfortunate.
Gotcha. Well, I haven't played it, so it will at least be fresh to me.
I thought it was cool because, like, it's a cool game, though. I mean, for the time, it's really cool. I wish they would make a modern version of it. It just, the controls
it's better than-
kind of annoying to play
Is it
with.
better than Jedi Power Battles?
Oh, yeah. Jedi Power Battles is pretty badly made.
But it still at the time seemed cool. I don't know why.
I liked co-op games. That was the only thing I liked about it. The game was like
I liked being Plo.
game
The fact you
mechanics
could be
were
Plo
pretty
Koon
bad.
seemed cool.
Yeah, that was
you
my
beat Plo
brother's
Koon?
like favorite character and still is, I think.
That's awesome. Really?
Yeah, that's cool because like I think at the time when we played it, I think he always liked having like his favorite colors were like yellow and orange, like colors that most people I don't think really liked as kids. And so to play as Plo Koon, who was like yellowish orange and then had a yellowish orange lightsaber, was like the coolest thing to him.
My favorite Jedi. I'm realizing the reason I really like the Clone Wars era is mostly because of the Jedi Council. Because it was the first time in my life I ever got really into good guys. Because I used to be obsessed with bad guys as a kid. But in the prequels, the coolest characters are the Jedi Council, and they're good guys. So I was like, I got an action figure of Saya C-10, I remember, at Walmart, like while getting my hair cut or something, and I remember just looking at him thinking, this is the coolest Jedi ever.
Oh yeah.
And no one cares about him.
That's also like, that was like the coolest parts of why the Clone Wars TV show, or that cartoon show.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Was cool because
so
it like
good.
had each Jedi Council member doing something cool in it, which they didn't do in the actual movies.
It was super like slowly paced and like effective.
Yeah, and it had all the cool like kind of Samurai Jack stuff, where it's like it would focus. It kind of did that where it'd focus on the thing, like little things.
The Clone Wars is cool too, but it feels like a pale imitation. It's just like a kid's version. Not that the first one wasn't for kids, but I feel like if I showed my dad one of the like short episodes of the first one, he might actually be like, "That was well done."
You remember like?
Whereas if I showed him the Clone Wars, he'd be like, "Why are you showing me a kid's show?"
Yeah, yeah, it feels too cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yoda looks awful.
Did you watch them when they were on like Cartoon Network, like when they were like
I did.
on air? Like I always thought it was cool the intro where it's kind of like fades in,
like,
and then like it changes to it says like Clone Wars, and it's all like you hear the battle going on and stuff.
Yeah. I remember watching it at my
this is pretty
grandparents'
neat.
house and thinking
That
I
felt
didn't say the
official
word-
to me, like and
I
unlike
didn't
some
say
of the
or
other
know
things.
the word.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I realized I've been learning lately. That was part of what's called the. Do you know how Shadows of the Empire was a multimedia project? Like it came out as a comic, a book, a game, and there was like a big push behind it. They don't do that anymore with like cool extended universe stuff.
No.
But there was this Clone Wars multimedia project I didn't know about, where basically it was the Genndy Tartakovsky show, a bunch of books, the Republic Commando game, Bounty Hunter falls in that timeline, and a bunch of stuff. And then basically when George Lucas wanted to do the Clone Wars, it's all good and everything, but it contradicts everything that multimedia project did.
Oh really?
So like that's really stupid in my opinion, because most of that stuff felt canon, like you were saying. It felt like cooler than the movie. It felt because even as a kid who liked Phantom Menace, I still felt like Attack of the Clones walking out. I was like, well, it had cool battles. That's all I thought as a kid. Otherwise, I didn't really like that. So like all the stuff that I liked though, all the visuals, like Geonosis, the idea of like a weird bug planet, and like all those weird like executives meeting there, like the robot guy and Sand Hill. Do you remember Sand Hill?
Which character is that again? Oh,
he's like this weird skinny guy who's at that like bureaucrat meeting on Geonosis. He's really weird looking.
Is he
does he
have like a weird forehead? Is he kind of like a weird Kiadi Mundi looking guy?
Yeah, and then there's a guy named Wat Tambor, like Jeffrey Tambor.
Yeah,
he's cool too. All that stuff is used really well in the multimedia project. And apparently, like, the way the clones interact and the way that each of them is different was created by this female author named, like, Karen Travis or something, who wrote the first ever... Because in the movie, they have no personality, you know, in Attack of the Clones.
Right, they're all the same,
like, there's no discern. But she created that aspect of them in a book, and then she died of, like, cancer or something. And then George Lucas totally copied her ideas for the Clone Wars that he did it, which is okay. That's fine to do, but... Like, she gets no fanfare. I've never even heard of her. You know what I mean?
No, me neither.
It's kind of weird.
It is pretty weird.
That's why I like exploring the EU. Like, even if a lot of it's stupid, there's some pretty cool stuff hidden in it that I never knew about. And to me, that'll always be canon, because going to the library and finding Star Wars books and comics and stuff, that always felt official. Like, and I never felt like it was... Maybe it's because I was a kid, but it never felt like fan fiction, like people claim.
I'm at your side.
Like, I feel like the new movies feel like fan fiction to me, and that's okay, and I still like them, but I just don't accept them as like what I would want to happen, I guess, with all the characters.
Sure.
Like, I don't want Han dying the way he does in my mind. I don't like that.
It's gonna be weird for future generations though, because they're like they can just watch all the movies like one after another if they wanted to. So it's not gonna be.
They won't even
it's not gonna
know
stick
about
up.
the expanded universe.
Yeah, they won't know about any of that stuff. It's just gonna
They'll
be like, yep,
Shadows
Han,
of the what?
Luke did this. Luke destroyed the Death Star. Then Luke lost his hand. Then he helped destroy the next Death Star. And then he wasn't in the next movie. And then he died.
He
And
was
it's
the
just
old
gonna be
man.
like, that was it. That's Luke.
Hated life.
Yep. And they're gonna be like, yep, that's it. That's real quick. Real quick. That's what he was.
They won't even know who Mara Jade is. It's
Nope.
a tragedy. It's a tragedy.
I barely know who she
Nice.
is though.
The resistance.
Me
We
neither,
win.
But I do. She showed up recently in the book I'm reading. She hates Luke Skywalker, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I always knew her as his wife. That's all I knew her as, like, from what I heard. So, like, the fact that she's introduced as someone who hates him and wants to kill him, that makes me wonder, like, how the hell do they become married? You know what I mean? It's kind of like what Mega 64 was saying about, like, when you do a prequel, do, like, the unexpected thing.
Right.
Of, like, if Anakin was originally, like, I don't know, like the exact opposite of Darth Vader.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess he was, kind of.
Oh, he doesn't even feel like Darth Vader yet. He was supposed to, but it would have been like their idea. It would have been cool if you didn't know who Anakin was the whole time you're watching these movies.
Yeah, he had a different name.
That
or
would have
something,
been
and then
that would have been pretty interesting, actually.
That Anakin becomes his Jedi name or something. They give it to him.
Or
That'd be
like,
cool.
or like Anakin is this one guy for a while. He dies. You're like, what the hell? And then later, like a guy's like, I will pretend to be him or something. And then everybody
or I
thinks
will
it is
take on
him.
his name as an honor to him or something.
Yeah, or
that'd be amazing.
something. Then they would have been like, oh, that would have been like kind of interesting. Like,
George
oh, the real Anakin Skywalker.
Watching that Empire of the whatever it's called, Empire of Dreams.
Empire
like, that
Dreams.
just solidifies like George is the idea man. Like, if it didn't come from George, it's not, or if it's not like in some way, I don't know how to explain it. If it didn't come from George, it's still canon to me if it's cool, but George is like really great at ideas and vision, but
Or at least used to be.
never should, no, even still was in the prequels, I feel, as far as vision, but he should not write it ever. He should never write it, I feel. Always have someone
Yeah.
else write it.
Everyone, this is it. The first
Although
order
there's
is
that,
found.
I'll have to
They've got
find, there's like that
we've got
transcript
ingenuity
of
in
like
each other.
their first time when they're brainstorming like for Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like when it was just like a little like simple adventure idea,
that
like
was his
before.
idea, huh?
Like he came up with so much of that movie. Like I was so surprised, like how little input like Spielberg or Kasdan gave.
That's
like when they're
crazy,
coming up with
actually.
ideas. Like it was almost. I was
Yeah,
like,
as a kid, I was always like, dude, Spielberg's way better than Lucas. I'm more into Indiana Jones than I am Star Wars. And now I'm like, wait a second. Lucas created everything that I
yeah,
love.
he did.
And then I'm like,
I was like,
yeah,
what
dude, I
happened
love-
at Lucas
I was
though?
like,
Like
I
he was
love-
such a creative force in the 70s and 80s, and then like
He still
prequels,
was with
it
the
was like
prequels, I
very
feel.
weird
He just
though.
shouldn't have been in control. There should have been
controlled
no
everything.
people saying no.
Yeah.
But think
too
about
many
what
yes
he
men.
created. Visually, it's awesome. It's so cool looking, in my opinion.
Dang it.
Naboo, Darth Maul, Clone Troopers, Geonosis, General Grievous. It's all awesome ideas.
Yeah,
But just
yeah.
he shit all over them with his writing. But then
Well-
other people made them better.
Did you see the like some of the prequel behind the scenes stuff's kind of fascinating because it shows like a lot of cool concept art like things, or like he would
Yeah.
actually be like, I want a character who's kind of like this. He'd just like sort of describe it to him, but it's still like kind of vague, and then they would go
Yeah.
off, come up with their ideas, and then he
really-
would later
we owe
say
them
like,
a lot.
this is what it should be, I think.
Yeah.
But like actually
Darth
like
Maul was gonna be a woman.
oh, was he or was she?
With like dreadlocks. She was so scary
oh
looking.
dang.
Because he said to a guy, it's pretty funny. He said, "Draw your worst nightmare," and then he
Really?
drew this freakish witch with dreadlocks, and he was like, "All right, draw
All
your
right, this
second
guy's got
worst nightmare."
problem. Draw your
No, he said,
second worst
"Draw your
nightmare."
second worst," and then he drew Darth Maul. That's pretty awesome.
Oh jeez. He
But
is
that character, because like there's like this big Wookiee kind of guy in Rebels. He's based off of like what Chewbacca originally looked like.
Oh really?
Even though I hate that show from what I've seen. But like they should do that. They should bring back what Darth Maul was originally going to look like as a character. Like a
That would be
crazy,
cool.
Because there's so few cool female Sith. Like there's Asajj Ventress, and then
Yeah,
what
she's
else?
all
I don't
bald.
know. Like they should have a crazy witch Sith who's like long. Like what's her name from Pirates of the Caribbean? What's her name?
Oh, the black lady, right? The voodoo black lady.
Yeah. There should be a Sith like her who's like crazy.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Or even like Beatrix Lestrange or something.
I think
like
that's like the
Carter.
thing that why the EU seems so like cool is like it feels like kind of unrestricted. Like they don't have to go through a whole committee and get all this approval. They can just come up with a cool idea and just do
There's
it.
a Tusken Raider Jedi.
Yeah,
That's how cool the EU is.
They did a mod with that Tusken Raider Jedi, whatever
Really?
his name is, in Battlefront 2.
In what game?
On Battlefront
this
2
game or
mod,
the old one?
the old one. He has like an
Oh
orange
yeah, I
lightsaber
think he's
or
in the
something
conversion
like that.
mod, isn't he?
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And there's the
Tusken
Hutt Jedi
Raider
too.
Jedi.
That's insane. How do you even maneuver? Like,
He doesn't
like,
need to. He can
or-
move everything around him, right?
we're on our way in 5 minutes. Let me just.
We're on our way.
Turret ready to go.
We're on our way.
I guess like that line never stuck out to me like that. I feel like that movie. I feel like I have the whole thing, just all the dialogue, just
I
stuck
actually
in my
noticed that
head.
as a kid. I just thought he. I didn't know what emphasis
We're on
meant,
our
but
way.
like I thought he said it weird. We're on our way.
Oh shit! Oh damn it! He
The
got
ski
me.
speeder thing is more useful in this game than it is in the movie.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is, and it's still not useful.
You can't run over people.
Remember when we were in San Diego with Joel and we had the fish and chips or whatever at that one restaurant?
Oh yeah. I need to go back
That
to
was a
that
cool
place
memory.
someday.
That was a cool memory. I was like having a panic attack, I remembered, and then when,
Oh,
when
were
we
you?
ate there, I was like, I felt better all of a sudden when we ate
Oh
there.
really?
So it's sort of like this warm memory I have for some reason.
Oh nice. I didn't
And then you
realize.
and I, and then she was like, I want to go on this roller coaster. It was like this weird wooden rickety roller coaster.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, good luck. And she went on it. And then meanwhile, we looked at like Soltar, the
Yeah, that's right.
fortune teller. And then we looked at this Batman game, which had every Batmobile ever in it.
Oh
And then
yeah,
one of them
yeah,
was
yeah.
like from Arkham Knight before it came out. We were like, whoa, it has the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, we're like,
mobile.
whoa, this has like everyone. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Ah, damn.
That was a good memory.
Yeah, that was a good trip. And Death Grips,
I
dude.
remember,
Death
like,
Wi-
just-
Oh.
Death Grip. Oh, Death Grips. Although
I still think it's so.
is-
We didn't realize Death Grips wasn't playing until on the way I text Shazar. He's like, you know they broke up, right? And we're like,
Oh
wait,
my
no
God,
way, really?
that's so funny. This is why we're going. But like, what's sad is Chris Cornell, dude. We saw Chris Cornell.
Yeah, dude. That's pretty interesting to think that we saw him like a year, like
And I
I guess
left
3
to go
years
get
before.
a beer and talk to a guy in a Primus shirt because I was bored.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
wasn't really feeling
jiving
the
with ya.
Soundgarden concert myself.
Wasn't jiving.
I listened to their records since I like the studio stuff, but
There
I
were
felt like
some
the-
off songs for sure, but I still think it was cool to see him. Or didn't
Oh,
you?
for
Didn't
sure.
you
You had-
recognize? You're like, wait, this guy played with Queens or Pearl Jam or something, right?
yeah, the drummer.
Drummer, yeah.
Stop that ATM-6 before it gets to the base.
Who's the Middle Eastern guy who's like guitarist on that? In that
Oh, I
band?
forget his name.
It was just him doing a ton of blues solos, and I got kind of tired of that.
Oh, okay. Ah.
But Chris Cornell's voice was pretty powerful. It was good. And seeing Black Hole Sun live was pretty magical.
I felt like I didn't like the way it was played, but I liked the what was it, like
Just
Jesus
the fact
Christ,
you saw it, I guess.
whatever it's called, Jesus Christ pose or whatever, like that song I'd never heard before, and it was like the cool drums and stuff. I was like, oh dang, and then looked it up later. I was like, this is a cool song.
Yeah, I like their background imagery and stuff they had for sure. It was all psychedelic.
And then 9 Inch Nails came out and was like so much like tighter and like on point than they. I was like, dang, they really put all bands.
The only
to
shame
shame.
with that was that it was essentially like the exact same show we saw.
Yeah. It was cool to see. I thought
cool.
the backdrop was pretty neat though, and like
that weird hill.
Just seeing them play Eraser, I think, was worth it enough because I was like, I never thought I'd ever see that song played. It's such an instrumental
that and
song.
Reptile are like my favorite.
Oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I still think like I don't know if I ever want to see them again because both of those concert experiences were pretty good. Like I wouldn't say I'd want anything to change. So I'd like if I saw them again. I don't know what they'd have to do.
Really different.
Yeah, I don't know what they'd have to do.
But at that time, that they were the band I'd seen the most times, and they weren't even like one of my favorite bands or anything. It was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah.
It was like just a band we would go to whenever we could.
Yeah, it seemed like seemed like it made sense.
It made sense. But now I've seen Pinback 4 times, and they're not even my favorite band, but they just keep coming back, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, and that you talk with you know the guy. I know the guy.
I know the guy.
Fall back. Those turrets are done. This fight's about to get up.
He does not know George Lucas. Or what if he does? George Lucas in an interview is like, oh, I know the guy.
I know the guy. George Lucas.
He's like, whoa, I didn't know about the Disaster Artist.
That's
Maybe
such a like great
system.
moment though for them, like the Red Letter Media guys, for them to be like, we asked him to say this, and instead he said this, which is like even better than what we were trying to get him to say. George Lucas.
That was Red Letter Media?
Yeah, yeah. They went to see The Room because Tommy Wiseau was there, I think, and they watched it and then talked to him later, and they're like, hey, can you say you're tearing me apart, George Lucas? And he's like, George Lucas? I know the guy. And then it's just like them,
know who
like
Red Letter Media was when I saw that.
Oh, really? Yeah, they did it. They did that whole thing.
I saw it before I knew who they were. That's hilarious.
I know the guy.
I know the guy. I don't want to say that. I know the guy.
And then it's just like their reaction to them cracking up when they're like, it was like he claimed he knew him. That was the reason he couldn't say it.
Can you say you're tearing me apart, Donald Trump? I know the guy.
I know the guy. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ, I know the guy.
Ah, fuck. I always do that with this gun.
Bob Saget, I know the guy.
I know the guy. Everyone betray me.
Can I snipe the Emperor? Is it possible?
Do it.
People say no.
I say yeah.
But I shall say.
Yo ho, and a bottle of cum, motherfucker.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Remember, we were like Pirate 6. Yo ho, and a bottle of rum. Such a long title.
Oh, is that what? They've
run out of like names to use.
Yeah, they have. It's so
Pirate 7, walk the plank. Pirates 8,
shiver me timbers.
Swab the poop deck.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I told you I saw that
should be the
one,
next
right?
one.
I
Which
saw
one? Dead Man Tell No
the
Tales?
most. Yeah, it was so bad. I can't believe they're still. It's so lazy.
Don't let them take the
He was all right, I guess, but he was
like
pretty
the penguin
cliche.
in that because he's like bleeding black blood out of his mouth.
Oh yeah, he is. He was all right, I guess.
Jack
He wasn't
Sparrow.
bad, but he was like not really good.
Kind of like Skyfall.
I feel the only thing that was good I thought was Jeffrey Rush. I was like, dang, he's still putting so much effort into this shitty movie when nobody else is. He's still
But
like
dude,
he still is playing
he's a
the
sex
character
offender,
just
dude.
as much.
We can't talk about
Oh, was
him,
he?
dude. He's a
Oh,
sex-
did he?
He was
No.
one of them, I guess. One of the many.
Oh my gosh, whatever.
And
Not
he
Jeff.
had to do a press conference. And he was like, "It's utterly totally lies.
You're a bunch of hippo liars.
Or it's like, sir, why don't you follow the rules of sexual conduct? Rules? They're more like guidelines.
They're more like guidelines.
He got in big trouble for that.
Yeah.
That's the funniest line in the first movie, I feel.
How long do you think it'll take before people don't really care anymore about like all the sex offender stuff?
Pretty
Like,
soon.
you think? Because like it's like
Aziz
John
Ansari
Lasseter's in
was, like, the
hiding.
breaking point.
You think? Yeah, it's just
Well, in
crumbling.
hiding, he took a 6-month hiatus. He's like not getting any flack, I feel. They'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
He just did unwanted hugs. What's so bad about that?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they probably lasted too long. Sure.
Sure, he probably
put a
cuffed the
thumb up an
breast.
asshole.
Keep the pressure on.
Pixar, cup the breasts. John, I don't think that slogan's gonna go over that well. Oh, come on.
Come on.
I know
We're
a lot
family
about
here.
cars.
I know a lot about cars.
It's-
Just ask Joe. Joe's dead.
There's a recurring joke in... Oh, Joe. Oh, my God. There's like a recurring joke in my mind where if I see a certain kind of guy, I'm always like, oh, yeah, he works at Pixar.
Oh,
It's
really?
like this, like a tall guy who's pudgy, who's like fat, but he carries it well because he's super tall and it's like evened out well. He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and glasses.
Oh, yes.
Like whenever I
perfect.
see a guy like that and like a beard, I'm like, oh yeah, he works at Pixar. Like every guy at Pixar looks like that.
Yeah, yeah. They're all John Lasseter clones.
There was a teacher at my art school, and I was like, oh yeah, Pixar. I just thought of him as Pixar guy. And now there's a guy at my work who I think of as Pixar guy.
Oh, really?
It's just weird. I don't know why.
Like how some people, like when you see the way they look, you're like, that guy probably listens to Death Cab for Cutie.
Yeah, exactly. I just think of like Brad Bird.
Brad
Bird's
Bird,
brother.
yeah. Brad Bird. Brad Bird.
Say Brad Bird's brother 5 times fast.
Brad Bird's brother. Brad Bird's brother. Brother. Bird's brother. Brad Bird. Dude, Incredibles
Dude, Infinity
2.
War, dude. I'm stoked.
Yeah, dude. You think?
Who is excited for that? Who gives a shit?
I don't know. I've lost all. I feel
Yeah,
like
I'm
Civil
so
War. I
don't
watched
care.
that. I was like, that was okay. And then now I'm like, dang.
Surprisingly good. And
When
I'm
did
like,
that
I'm
movie
done.
come out though? That came out a while ago.
Yeah.
That felt like Avengers 3. Kind of felt like it already ended.
Yeah. It wasn't a Captain America movie at all.
No.
My favorite Captain America movie is still the first one.
Oh, really?
I'm crazy. Like, yeah, I know.
You
I'm
craze.
It's
I
Joe
still
Johnston,
think Winter
dude.
Soldier was pretty
I
cool.
feel like all his films have like this earnest innocence to them where it's just like, hell yeah, America, American hero. He's like a good old boy. It'll be fun fighting the
yeah,
Nazis.
he's a good old boy.
The second one's
I'm a good old
great,
boy.
but it just didn't have that like feeling. The first one, like I really fell in love with Chris Evans with the first one, and then I really didn't care about
The
him
first
that much
one's
in all the
pretty it's kind of funny with the whole Avengers, because I was like, first Iron Man came out, and then when I was realizing like, oh, they're trying to build all this up to something, man, it's gonna fail. It better fail. Like, how can they all be?
It better
you know?
fail.
And then like when I saw
did.
Captain America, I was like, that was all right. And then when I saw Avengers, I was like, dang, they did it. They did what I thought
did it.
couldn't happen.
They should have stopped.
They made me
there.
like the movie. Oh, what? I got kicked. Fuck. Shit.
Or if Infinity War was the first movie since Avengers came out, I'd be so excited. But there's been a movie every other week since Avengers came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
just don't
like that's going to
care.
happen with Star Wars eventually, unfortunately.
Yeah, it will.
It's fatigue.
Probably after, like, 9. I don't think I'll either... Well, I don't know, depending
Care at
on what
all.
9 does.
I mean, I
depending on how
already
they
am there
market it, I
personally.
guess.
I don't really care anymore at all.
Yeah.
Like, after episode 8,
I don't
even
know.
though I liked certain things, I don't care.
Like, probably next year, I don't know how I'll feel. Because I feel like I'm just kind of a slave to Star Wars, probably. I just
slave
watched it
one.
when I was too young. Oh, I was being idle
I'll
for too
never
long.
stop
Damn.
liking, like, the old Star Wars and the EU, though. Because it just makes me
great.
feel happy. I don't know why.
Yeah. It was cool as a kid, or like, I guess when I was like 11 or whatever, finding out that there was all these continued stories after Return of the Jedi, because I was like, dang, I never thought that would ever happen.
I owned a ton of them, but I as a kid, I would always buy books and then not read them at all. I don't know if I'm alone in that.
Oh, really?
I'd be like, oh, this is so cool. I'm going to put this on my shelf. And that's it.
Dang.
I want to play video games.
I'm playing video games with my online friends. Online? What you talking about?
I'm going to go to war and
Sorry,
get
internet
killed.
haven't been invented yet. Yeah. Adam, I'm going to go to war and get killed. Driver.
Is that picture in the video? I forget. It should have been.
It should have been. I don't think I
Also,
had
you
seen
forgot
it
We
yet.
on TV.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a real movie we were reviewing, so. No,
do you
yeah,
mean?
I know. I just mean I'm probably not gonna see that movie.
Yeah, I know. Probably not. I'll wait till reviews come out. Although, look at Last Jedi. They're like 90-something%. It is so not that good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll just wait. Like, I mean, it's kind of like another movie. Like, if somebody spoiled and told me the entire thing, it wouldn't change, I don't think, whether or not I'd want to see it.
Because it's a prequel. Who cares? We already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Ron
Rogue
Howard
One,
should
I was
stick
thinking
to-
like they could do some cool Shadows of the Empire type stuff, or like just make me think of that, but I never really felt that way. Oh fuck.
Well, did you know Dash Rendar is still technically canon because the
Dash
Outrunner,
Rendar.
his ship is in the special editions.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? They sell
It
the
fly-
toys for it, I thought. Right?
It flies out of Mos Eisley at one point in the way background.
Back in the way back. The way back.
The way back. That's a good movie. Oh, have you seen
That
that?
was pretty good. I did see it on a plane.
Sam Rockwell's really good in
Sam
that. I felt.
Rockwell.
I felt like he was. I won him like as a dad after that movie.
Oh, really?
Like he's a good guy.
He's a good man. It's like
And then I
better
saw
than
Three
Adventureland.
Oh, way better. I haven't seen either.
It's like the same kind
either.
of
I
idea.
mean, Adventureland I haven't seen is what I mean.
Oh shit.
It's got Kristen Stewart, so I'll watch it for that.
Yeah. She a lesbian now, dude. She a good actress.
Bye.
Bye. She the bye man.
She's okay Cupid sexual. Because everyone on OK Cupid is bi.
That's
what I
right.
found out.
That's what I found out. For the bright
I'd always
price.
be like, whoa, this girl's pretty. Let me look at her pro. Oh, she's
she
bi?
bi.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, this girl's cool. Let me. Oh, she's bi. Okay.
She bi.
Wow, every single girl is bi. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then,
I
like,
didn't know that
actually
was
put them in a
possible.
room with the girl and be like, have sex with that girl right now. They'd be like, no thanks.
Oh, get on in there and have some sex.
It's just cool to say you're bi. It makes you feel open-minded.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's still a thing. I thought that was
It's a
like a
trend.
thing like 5 years ago.
Well, now trans. The thing that sucks
back.
is that all the people on Tumblr with like I'm variosexual or I'm xenosexual or all these made up-
Ardenversiosexual.
Yeah, exactly. They're like taking away from. They're belittling the actual transsexual people.
Yeah.
So it's making me lump them all in together and hate them when that's not fair. Like, just Tumblr sucks. If they have a blue haircut that's like combed to the side, they suck.
It's kind
Or
of
that
weird,
pink
like,
hair.
that's something, though, that I don't think I can only say, like, I respect your decision, but I'll never be able to understand it, like, myself.
Exactly.
Like, I can't, my mind can't really wrap around it. And you could say I'm shallow-minded, and I guess I'll say, like, alright, I guess. But
I think I
just
can
can't
understand being
it
gay
really.
more than that, actually.
Yeah. I guess just, like, my way of
Because I've
thinking, I
seen
guess.
that guy and been like, oh, that guy's attractive. I've never wanted to have sex with a guy, but I've found guys attractive.
First order reinforcements arriving.
The only thing you can do is just, like, not try to make somebody regret their choice, I guess, but...
Yeah, just don't shame them for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Let them go through their phase. And then if
Or
it's not a phase, they will
transition.
have proven you wrong, and that's fine.
Right.
But until then, it's just a
I'm not
phase.
even saying I doubt them. I'm just saying, like, I just don't get the reason for it.
For some of them I am, but not all of them.
Oh.
Ones that are like, I'm rurosexual. I'm only sexually attracted to people who understand nature.
Well, you know, there's like that, there's like that joke where it's like, oh, what, you're in college? Yeah, it's a phase, you know? Or like being gay or whatever. And then like some people, like, it would be a phase for, but then some people it was like not a phase.
Exactly.
So it's like the people who it is a phase for is just like, yeah, like you said, belittling the actual people.
Oh wow, Ray got froze. I can see it from here.
Damn, Kylo out there?
Yeah, he out there. He's a monster. A monster man.
You're a
Sham,
monster.
Lamb.
Yeah.
You've done it, sir. You truly created the greatest work of art the galaxy has ever seen.
Now can I have my family back? You will join them.
Yeah. I've let them go from their prison bonfire. Oh man, boss got me.
Oh, did he?
All the way across the field.
Fucking boss.
Don't make me hate
Yeah,
you,
he a
boss.
sniper. He a sniper.
He is a sniper. I never used boss like in this mode. I probably would be pretty good with him, I hope.
Dang, Ray's ability to let like the entire rebel team see the enemies is pretty cheap.
That's insane. Yeah, that's broken. Dude, Ray's ability to summon an army of scarab beetles is so broken.
Scarab beetles. Oh, I think Kashyyyk is next, actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh, dang, I gotta log off.
Did you? Oh, neither of us placed.
Yeah, damn.
King of Kings.
Well, I got
138.
King of Kings. God damn. Wait, 138?
Roll the boulder. Yeah, 138.
Oh, I wish it was like 6 or like 316, some variation.
That'd be
King
amazing.
of Kings 316. Roll the boulder away.
We gotta finish that album too.
Look into the cave.
You know what I remembered the other day?
What?
We made a country song about fucking chicken. Do you remember that?
Fucking chicken. Oh yeah.
You sent me this like badass song you made on GarageBand. I don't even understand how you made that on made all those songs on GarageBand. They sound so real. How do you do that? Is it like
some of
loops
it
or something?
some of it is loops, and then some like the basis of it is a loop, and then usually the bass line, I think I just use the GarageBand own bass, and then I just make a drum thing. But usually like the guitar, if there's a banjo or some specific instrument, I think it's just a loop.
So like, is it not an original song though? So like, if someone knew GarageBand, they heard the song, they'd be like, oh, that's a GarageBand.
The loop is like, oh, probably. The loops are like people made them for GarageBand purposes. They're like GarageBand loops. And then you can change the key that they're in or whatever. Like
okay,
digitally.
did you change the key?
Yeah, I just chose some other key.
Well,
But
at least that
I
would
think
differentiate it.
I think it's mostly like a lot of blues or like certain types of music, or it's like bluegrass or whatever. Like they play the same. They'll have the scale, and they're like, okay, we do the second chord, then the fifth chord, and the first chord, and then if you change the scale, it's still that same math arrangement, but it's just a different root note sort of thing. I think that's what they are. Like they do that in the jazz ones too. So I'm like, it's okay. Fuck, Led Zeppelin is just a bunch of ripped off blue riffs.
Yeah, Rolling
Nothing's
Stones.
original.
Yeah, that country song I thought sounded pretty good.
I'll have to bring it. I think it's on my email. I'll
What's
have
it
to listen
called?
to
Do you
it
remember?
again. I forget what it was called. Yeah, it's about like a guy. Yeah, a guy who had
Loves
sex
chicken.
with the chicken, basically.
But at first it sounds like a normal love song,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you find out it's a chicken.
yeah.
But we should make an album of #1, the Christian album we should make, Fetish Clap we should make, and then we should make an
Yeah.
album of like all genres parodies.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just have all these different Bandcamp pages with one album on them, and people will be like, "Whoa, When will this
Yeah,
band
yeah.
make another album? But the thing I want to do for Gargoyle is literally, if you're up for it, of course. I mean, if you get bored, we'll take breaks. But like, I want it to be kind of like the never-ending side project that I could always go back to.
Oh,
so
okay,
like, there'll be
sure.
like 17 albums or something when someone finds the page. They'll be like, "What the fuck? There's so many albums." But I think that would be awesome.
You think that'll happen, like, in the future? Like, it'll be like, dang, I'm gonna go on the old internet, you know, like the one before they sanctioned it off. What do people used to do? Oh, people used to make music. Whoa,
Yeah.
who is this?
Well, because like our Stevie Moore, who's this old guy who is on my, I got him to be on my album. He has like 32,000 albums he's finished.
Oh, really?
And like, what's crazy is like a lot of them aren't filler. Like a ton of them are good,
Dang.
in my opinion. So like that's what I want Cargirl to be. Like someone will just happen upon it, like, oh, what's this? Oh fuck! What the hell?
Fuck.
Like 15 fully fledged out. They can't. They're probably mostly shit. Let me listen to these. Oh, each one's pretty good. Whoa.
How old is this guy? Oh, 150? He dead. Damn.
Methuselah Johnson.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go jack off into a jar.
And that's it.
That's
Wait, so we
it.
defend the MTT, but then there's also red spots that we have to attack, right?
Yeah, they're doing the rockets thing, where they're getting rockets and shooting at our
Oh.
tanks. So we kill the
rockets red
guys.
glare.
We kill the guys. You see, there's the guys, and we kill the guys.
That's the guy.
Damn it.
Not just the good guys,
Bobo
bro.
Eehee. Oh, I'm gonna be a tank. Or should I be a... No, I'm gonna be a droid starfighter. Motherfucker.
Yo, when I had my first girlfriend, me, John Boyega, I said, kneel down and attack the cock.
Attack the cock. Oh my god.
With your mouth.
And then that's like a new Me Too thing where they're like, fucking Boyega. Better apologize.
I had a date with
Damn.
Boyega, and he
Yeah.
told me to attack the
The
cock.
cock, yeah.
Hashtag attack the patriarchy. But I'm black. Good point. He gets a pass.
But I'm black and British. He's got a point.
Good point. He's on our side
Let him
for
go.
now.
Take him out of those chains. That's
Take him out of
racist.
this. Das racist.
That's racist.
There's a
Motherfucker.
band called Das Racist.
Is that really?
Yeah, I don't know if
really?
they're good or not. They
Oh,
don't
they're
even know.
really?
Das Racist.
Take yourself out the game.
Okay, I'm gonna snipe from up here. I wish the droid sniper wasn't just a standard battle droid.
Oh, what do you
be
want
a
him to be?
battle
What you want him to be?
I don't know, something cool.
What you want him to be?
Are there super battle droids in this game?
Yeah, there are, but they're like the more upgraded ones. They got like
You have
the
to unlock them?
you play them with the battle points. I think it's
That's what
like
I
they
mean,
cost
yeah.
2,000 or whatever. You should be able to get one though. You get one with a
One day.
jetpack or one that's just like a.
I heard droidicas are
Stronger
coming.
one. I hope so. That would be cool. I feel like they'll only be on certain levels though, probably.
They're sorely missed though.
I feel like they'll have to do that because I bet there'll be a lot of glitch. There'll be a lot of videos that are like, oh, look at this glitch. Why'd you even
'Cause I
release
feel
it
like-
if it
yeah.
wasn't finished? So I thought you guys wanted this in the game. You guys didn't even
Exactly.
do it right though. Yeah, this is why we don't
You
release
guys need
stuff.
to take your time.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Well, like Camino feels different without droidicas everywhere because I'm so used to them.
Oh
being
yeah, yeah, it does. That would be cool. That level it would work pretty well on, if I do say so.
That was like one of my favorite levels for. Wait,
The Ridge?
no, I'm lying.
Oh,
I was gonna
shit.
say for Hero Assault, but that's not possible. You can only do it on Tatooine and over, right?
Yeah,
Without mods.
that's
I
right.
remember playing it on Hero Assault. Maybe maybe that was.
You could
recently.
play as a hero. It might have been recently. You could.
I still prefer the old one, but the old one at the end of a match, I don't think
Shit.
it feels as satisfying as when you place in this.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's way harder to place in this, I feel. In the old one,
Yeah.
it's easier for me to place. but I still prefer it. Hellgate's Hunter. Fuck it, I'm going to London. Or what's it? My girlfriend's torn in half. I'm going to London.
Is that what it is? My girlfriend's torn in half?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to London.
Hellgate London.
When I logged into the when I logged into Mothwings, I rewatched that video. The one you guys do where you're like we're gonna remake some traditional English cuisine or different English dishes.
Oh, that one. Yeah. We put a lot of heart into that.
That one was good. That one I remember laughing so much.
You did not see it coming at all, you know?
No, it's something.
You got your whole family
The
to
whole
sing
family, yeah. That was pretty. Probably one of the best presents I think I've ever gotten.
That's awesome.
It was pretty cool.
And then there's suddenly a sock in there. He's like, Merry Christmas!
Oh, yeah.
So weird.
But welcome.
Merry Christmas, Chris. And mine's like, Merry Christmas, Chris.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh damn it.
My toes as clean as an elven eye.
Oh yeah. Some of the like reactions, I'm not sure how planned out they were, but they're all like pretty perfected. So, or like when he's like, "Whoa, I'm feeling British already."
Oh yeah, that's totally ad-libbed.
And then the you're like, or like, yeah, I think you say
yeah,
you either
yeah,
say that
how they
Elven
talk
Arse
over
one, or it's like some other line. And you're like, yeah, they actually say that. And he's like, whoa.
Yeah, they say that all the time over there.
Yeah, he's like, whoa, yeah, I can imagine that. Or it's
Joelle
like very like
had a big part to play in that too,
infomercial.
because she had to keep that secret. That was pretty good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like a covert. We felt like we were doing a covert operation. We were like,
Kinda
what are we doing at
was.
Joelle's house without Chris?
It was. Oh.
And her mom was like, what are you guys doing? And we're like,
Yeah,
getting
that-
into trouble.
Getting into trouble. It's fine getting into trouble. Or I still like the end. It's like, Joelle, what are you doing here? And then she's like, they thought I was trying to join the British ISIS. I guess that's
Yeah.
Obama's America for you. You guys are like,
Yeah.
England sucks.
Is that a public video? I forget.
I think it's privatized. Or at least because I was looking through some of the old ones. I was like, oh, I remember this.
It probably should be private, just because no one would get it, but it's still great.
Nobody would understand.
I think we made Family Tree privatized too, because that was an experiment of sorts. It didn't
That was an
fully,
experiment. It could be out there.
That and
I'll have
Hanging
to
Out
check.
is so long. There's good moments, but they're really long.
I'll have to watch that one again, actually. It's probably been a while.
It's
probably
a
been a
long
while.
time. I think I'm making like fish jokes in it because I was into fish at the time.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I don't like jam bands. I just say the opposite of everything I felt at the time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, dude, Nickelback? Did you see that concert in like Santiago, Chile? Dude, people threw rocks at him, dude. They're like, all right,
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
want us
yeah.
to play rock and roll music, we'll stop.
And they
I
did.
can really relate to a soldier.
How is that what they
That
say?
was that video, yeah.
Can really relate to a soldier. Or that was like the bullet holes fade, right? Like, wait, do the bullet holes fade?
Yeah. Oh, 9 out of 10. I was like, dude, you played X-Files, the MMO, dude? It's pretty weird, because, like, everyone's Mulder and Scully running around. It's hard to tell.
Forgot about
who's
that
who.
joke.
But there is the hat system. Like, you have different hats. Gotta love the hat system.
yeah. God.
Really weird jokes. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we were like, Judy fucking Dench. We're gonna say this in every video.
Oh, yeah.
2 videos later, we forgot it.
Judy. Kind of did
We said it in
similar
another
things
video.
to it, though.
True. I forget what other video we said it in.
Oh, shit. We say another video.
I think we say Judy fucking Dench in another one. Oh, maybe it's Family Tree. We're like, wait, is that your mom doing Judy Dent? Judy fucking Dent. Family Tree was
For
just
that
like
one,
Judd
it's pretty
Apatow
weird
meets
to
Kevin
think
Smith.
about, because it's like Clive was there the whole time, but he wasn't in the video.
he's above us.
Yeah.
He's like
That's pretty
kneeling on
weird.
the top of my. Yeah, that's very weird. That's like making a porno with him in the room. How do you even get it up?
How do you even get it up?
Dude, I was so rock hard, and then I saw Clive out of the corner of my eyes. I turned into a limp worm. It definitely did not satisfy my partner that night.
Yeah.
Who's your partner? Clive.
Oh.
Oh, I got killed by Alfie. Fuck. Fuck my
Alfie.
navel. When did fuck my navel start? Because I will sometimes watch a random Witcher stream or something of yours, and you say that on there, and I'm laughing so hard. Like, no one will get that at all. It's such a weird saying. Fuck my navel.
I remember the, I think in the Game Runner video, I think you say it also.
Fuck
Like,
my
is that Jeff? You're like, wait. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is that Jeff?
Goldblum?
That Jeff Goldblum? Fuck my navel. Is that? Oh no, it's just some fireman.
Fire. There's always. I feel like a fireman is like our most recurring inside joke. Because there's Latino fireman leaks. Oh, that's just a fireman. And then there's like the red-headed fireman stepson in the Tucson documentary or whatever.
I wonder what it is. I don't know what it is about firemen. There's
It's
something
just a
there,
funny
though.
word for some reason. I don't know why. Or
Oh,
a funny
dang, this
image
team's
to just
playing.
like. Back during the days of random comedy, like if you're gonna choose a word, fireman's pretty relevant and funny.
The fireman's nephew, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think Kevin and his cousin, is that his cousin? Or who is that? His friend?
Oh, the Tucson documentary?
Yeah, who's that other guy?
That's Aaron.
Is that
He's
his cousin?
actually, he's my cuz too, actually. Actually,
Oh, he's your
everybody,
cousin. Oh, I'm sorry.
everybody Kevin's related to, I'm also related to, because I'm related to him on both sides of my
Oh, yeah.
clan.
That's crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
do you remember, were you
Damn.
there when we went to Wiener Schnitzel, or is that not with you? I forget.
Oh no, yeah, I was there.
We were like, bitch, didn't we say that or something?
It was like, he's like, can I have like 3 orders of the mini corn dogs? Yeah, sorry, we don't do that anymore. God damn it.
Yeah, that was
It's like a long pause. I was like, oh, I'm surprised, surprised that he said that of all people.
Kevin always seemed, I remember, oh, whoa, you know what's really funny to think about? Like, on the first retreat, that was sort of like my first attempt at like finding a best friend at Push Ridge. And I actually like pursued being best friends with Kevin before you.
Oh, really?
That's really weird to think about. Yeah, I remember
guys
like
had the
he and I
Psychonauts
bonded
thing,
on
right?
that. Psychonauts, he played that?
Yeah, yeah. I remember you guys talking about that at one point.
Maybe,
And then he
but I
actually
don't
played
remember
it.
that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What,
so,
what happened
alright.
was, I think we sat together on the bus on the way there. No, that was me and Corey Kirk. And I thought,
Kirk.
oh, this kid's for sure gonna be my best friend. He's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a nerd, he wears glasses.
He a nerd,
I got
yeah,
this
yeah,
locked
that's
down.
right, I forgot about
And then
that.
he became a popular kid immediately.
Yep, he was the prince of Push Ridge.
Prince of Push Ridge. The Captain Kirk's only
And,
son.
Oh,
What about his brother?
son.
Only son. I remember at
I
the time.
remember going to
I was
the
like,
youth
do you have a
group.
brother? He's like, yeah, but he's obsessed with Beanie Babies. I was like, oh, yeah, so you pretty much don't have a brother then.
God.
I remember saying that to him.
And he was
What were
like,
you saying?
yeah.
Youth group?
I was
Wait,
saying,
who
I
was
remember
that
going
weird kid
to,
at youth group that was a joke with you and DJ?
uh,
Where it's like him and DJ and it's like an Italian flag or something?
what? Oh, no,
Remember
it's
that
Jamaica.
weird photo?
It's Jamaica.
Yeah, Jamaica. Who's that kid?
That was just like a kid that,
I never
we
got
call
that
him?
joke because I wasn't there.
yeah, that was just like, I don't even remember what, I remember what the joke was, but I forget how it originated and it just kept coming up. But it was kind of like, we called it like, because DJ was like, it kind of happened like where, you know, sometimes like you're talking with people in a group and the group gets bigger and then like the two groups become one and like everybody's
Yeah.
kind of like in the same
And they
conversation.
gang bang each other.
No. But like somebody said something and then DJ's retort to him was kind of like, yeah, well, and you look like a skeleton kind of thing. I don't even remember what the
You look like a skeleton.
what the like context was, but it was like a joke and it was kind of funny. And then from then on, we just refer to him as like Skeleton Kid. We just call him Skeleton
That's
Kid.
so mean.
And then we were just taking a picture. Like one time, like Clive had a camera and we're going around just every single person we take a picture with. And then that one DJ just photoshopped for whatever reason.
Do you remember going to like this weird like main hall on the retreat? It's like this giant cabin hall, almost like a hall where like you know what Shriners are? Those guys that like wear those old men that wear fezzes and have weird like clandestine meetings and stuff. They're kind of like Freemasons.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Oh,
like
the
there was like this giant log cabin, and we had a meeting about what the prom theme should be. And I was never even considering going, but I just kept raising my hand and then standing up and giving the most stupid like ideas. Do you remember that?
Wait, what? At the retreat? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was like, we're going to be voting on what the prom theme is going to be, but we need ideas. Anybody got ideas? And I
give
were like,
ideas.
oh, this is ripe for comedy. And like, people would laugh the first 2 times I did it, like everybody laughed. To quote my neighbor. But then like the third time, people were like so tired of it.
They're getting sick of it. Oh, I don't remember.
So sick of it. I was like, Pokemon! And they're like, no, sit down.
And then they're like, okay, this guy's messing with us.
This guy's foolish. One of them, I think I was like, all real monsters? Like, sit down. Like, who would say that in the 2000s?
Real monsters.
As a theme for a prom. And I thought you or Rob said something. We talked Rob into saying something, I thought.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or maybe we... Oh, I'm sure. He got talked
We did that a lot. Like I felt like Rob.
He was
there
like
was a
the
time
more
when he would just say
high-functioning
anything. He would say anything, like, and he didn't care. And he'd do it with such a straight face, like he didn't care really. And sometimes he would like add on to the joke. And then there came a time where he just stopped doing that. He's like, I don't know, I just don't
feel good about
more
it. More high-functioning Levi. Because Levi, people used to dare to say things and get in trouble. But Rob knew what he was doing when he
But
did it.
Levi always did it kind of like as if he was like a kid kind of just saying a funny word. But Rob like had like a style for it. Like he would always do it deadpan, and he would like you didn't even know. Like you would never know if he knew what he was saying, and it didn't matter because the way he said it was like perfect, right? Great. And then sometimes he would add on to it. Like it was really well done.
Gotta be the new Crewing 2. There's so much material. It's like, nah, it'll backfire.
He's like, nah. Yeah, after a while, he's like, wait, this could have ramifications. And that was the day the world got a little darker.
This could have ramifications in the afterlife. Welcome to heaven, child. Oh, whoa, it's real. Is this you? I'm Rob Stanley.
I was only 13. Yeah, and now you're going to hell.
13's an unlucky number, bitch. St. Peter?
St. Peter? Wait, why are you always at the pearly gates? I don't get it. You're always here? Shut the fuck up and get inside.
How about a pearl necklace, faggot? So awful. Whoa, so that's why Christians are judgmental.
That's why. It somehow explains away. Now I get it.
And then, man, there's so many good retreat stories. I feel like half the jokes we had in a whole year were based on stuff that happened on retreat, not stuff that happened during the actual school year. Like Ryan Polston being super late to some chapel, and they're like, Ryan, where were you?
I don't know about half, but there are a good amount of jokes.
Like, oh, I'm so sorry for being late. I was in my cabin reading my Bible. And they're like, oh, that's fine, fine. Come in.
Yeah. Oh, a Bible.
I was like, genius. He's
genius. He's a genius. Genius.
I gotta use that.
I gotta use that.
And I remember like Beth Gerton getting up and being like, I have this uncle who gives to charity, and he's like a really great guy, but I just don't know for sure if he's gonna be there in heaven.
Yeah. But dude, don't
Such a
belittle
weird
their
approach to
self-doubts, dude. Isn't it
wasn't
weird
even
though, where it's
self-doubt,
like,
it was like
or
doubt
like
about someone
any
else.
doubts? Yeah, I guess. You're doubting your uncle, huh?
Such a weird approach to me. Like, I could
Everything
understand
about
if it was
that
like their dad
lifestyle
or something.
philosophy is a weird approach.
I would understand if it's like, I don't think my dad's a believer. Like, okay. But my uncle, I don't know if he's gonna
She
be
might
in
have
heaven.
liked him, dude. She might have liked him.
She might have had a crush on
But
him,
that's
dude.
like
Very
that's like the
natural.
reason where it's like, okay, you don't have to, like, you could be like you could have like cancer, right? And you could be like, you know, mid-20-year-old like atheist and like outspoken against your parents who are very like conservative, and you're dying,
Yeah.
and then your dad's like, okay, I don't need you to believe in God for you, but believe in him for me, because I want to see you when you die. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to say to that?
Well, I'm not gonna see you until you die. So what am I supposed to do? Just sit around?
Yeah.
Nah. See in hell, Dad.
Nah. Come to hell with me, Dad. Son.
Yeah, he just pulls the same thing. He's like, Dad, don't kill Mom for you. Kill Mom for me.
Oh,
so that
God.
you'll go to hell, and I'll see you there.
Oh, jeez.
I thought of like the darkest lyric the other day. It's like
Spill it.
something like, she always asks why I burn myself, and I tell her it's because I'm going to hell anyway and I want to get practice.
Ooh.
Or something like that.
That
be
would,
pretty
dude,
dark.
that's a straight up hymn lyric, mother.
Good shot, Trooper. Now do it again.
Oh, did you like that one song where it's like black metal?
Oh, wait, which one?
Priests of Burden?
I'll have to
It was
listen.
like,
I forget.
Priests of Burden.
Oh, I gotta listen to it again. I don't remember. I think I just
It's
listened to
actually
each
my
of them
favorite
once.
one of the new ones, because I
Priests
feel
of
like the
Burden,
riff is
huh?
pretty badass. You'll have an easy time drumming to it too if you just listen to like I think there's a band called Emperor. It's like an old black metal band. Like, just listen to one track
Emperor.
from them, you'll be like, oh, I know what to do on this song.
Oh,
It's
okay.
basically that like like that blast beat, like indiscernible.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But that song's gonna come after
Kind
like
of
a
what
soft
Brittle
song.
was. Trying to.
Pretty much, although good.
Yeah, yeah. Trying
Or
to.
on
Well,
What Brittle was making
Well.
fun of.
what Brittle was making
But
fun.
actually, I still like I remember there was a time I was at your house. I think DJ was there. I was like, what do you guys think of black metal? Because I was going through a metal phase, and you were like, are you kidding me, dude? Black metal? Gone too far. I remember you saying that. Or
Oh,
something
did I
like that.
really?
No, it was you and
Was that
Rob.
being- was-
I remember
A lot of firepower.
you
Was
were
I
looking
being
up
honest?
Cataclysm. Yeah, you were looking up Cataclysm maps. I remember that. And I was like, you guys like black metal? You're like, come on, dude, you're better than this. I
No
remember
way,
that.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because, I
dang.
mean, come on, your
Sounds like
opinion
an
of black metal is pretty low, right?
Well, I remember like back in like 7th grade, 8th grade, when I'd be like at my friends who went to like Cross, and they'd kind of listen
Yeah.
to that stuff, and I remember just being like, damn, this is like, I'm
black
so
really?
uninterested.
Not even death metal, but black metal?
It'd be
'Cause,
like, it
black
was a
metal's
mix.
way
First it
more
would
of a
start
niche.
with like, oh, maybe it's death metal then, but I guess maybe I didn't
think
really
so.
know the difference.
Most people like death metal. Black metal is like this Eastern Europe, or like
shit.
not Eastern European, but like this Norwegian, like snowy. It's always like snowy, and they're always wearing like that kiss makeup, but it's like leading down their face.
Oh, okay, so I've
And it
probably only
basically
seen that on the
sounds like-
YouTube videos, I think.
Yeah. The best black metal
shit.
sounds the shittier it sounds, the better it is in most people's opinion. Like as far as quality,
Oh,
like
okay.
if the guitar sounds like you plugged it into a blender, then it's like considered the best album of the scene.
Oh my god.
Like it's like
Oh, okay. I think I
And then
had
the-
some effects like that.
and then the
growing
lyrics,
up.
they're not screaming, so I actually like them, but they're more like squelching. They're like
Oh, okay. It's kind of like Zayo, I guess.
and a lot of it is originally was based off of like Tolkien, like orc stuff. Like there's a band called
Oh, okay,
Bertsum,
okay.
which is the orcish word for hell. And then that guy in that band joined another band called Mayhem, and he killed the guy in the other band with an axe. in real
my
life.
Gosh.
And he's serving a prison sentence still, and people
Still
love him.
today. God damn.
And for some reason, I got into that movement for like a week or two. I was like, whoa. There's a scene where like the best musician in it killed a man. I gotta get into this.
Oh my gosh.
And what's funny is whenever I think of Wampas, I think of black metal. Because, like, it's the most black metal thing there is, really. Like, it's like this frozen frost beast that's, like, roaring. Like, that's so black metal.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, like, if I had a black metal band, I'd name it Wampa, probably.
Nice. And then you
Or
look up
Wampa
somebody
Arm.
who did that, and you're like, fuck.
Probably. They
Shit.
probably have. Fuck! Shit! Piss! Son, your report card came in. What'd I get in algebra? A B. Piss! Son! There will be no piss words in this household.
Not again.
That's what Rocco on Mega C4 calls curse words. He's always like, could you guys stop using piss words around me, please?
Piss words, nice.
That just sounds like such an innocent, like, Dad, Joey said a piss word. So did you just now. You're in trouble.
Fuck.
Remember, there's another thing. Have you seen the video where it's like a public access show and a guy's like, "Oh, we're taking calls now. Caller, are you there? Yeah. Am I on the air? Yes, you are, caller.
Oh god.
Fuck.
Fuck. No, I don't think I've seen that.
And then he just hangs up, and then the guy's like, "Thanks."
Thanks.
That's the end of the video. But then, like, because they shared that on Mega 64, people will do that. They'll call in. They'll be like, "Yeah, who's calling? Yeah, am I on the air?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck."
Nice.
Then they'll just hang up. It just makes me laugh every time. And then they'll just go, "Thanks."
Thanks.
Remember when we saw
shit.
Rodrigo y Gabriela? They're like, "Thank you so much for clapping on that song. We wrote that back in Nogales.
Yeah,
we had a
we were
fucking
drunk
good
on the
time. We were
beach.
drinking some
Yeah.
we were drinking fucking tequila. My
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
wife up. We're fucking the fuck out of the fuck holes in the fuck.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
like, whoa, they really like the word fuck.
Yeah, they really do.
Like that's when it comes off as like that.
It's like,
Like you could say fuck and be cool if it's just every now and then casually, but there's certain people where you're like, oh, they
it's
know
a
they're
sentence
saying it.
enhancer. Yeah, yeah.
They're
They're counting the
saying
number
it.
of times. They're trying
They're
to
like,
reach
I'm a
the
rock.
quota.
I feel like Dave Grohl does that live. Whenever I watch Foo Fighters videos, he's like, "How the fuck y'all doing,
Oh,
motherfuckers?
yeah, yeah. Fuck
How the
Dave
fuck
Grohl,
y'all?"
dude.
He's like, "Well, my music is bland as fuck, so I gotta be. I gotta make
Yeah,
up
but
for
I
it
want
by
to
being
be
edgy."
like the Led Zeppelin, so.
Yeah, if I say fuck, I'm like Kurt. So I'm gonna say fuck.
I'm
I don't
Kurt,
think Kurt
dude.
ever like needlessly said fuck ever.
I don't think
pretty
he
much.
did.
Besides, like in a song, maybe.
Left to protect the cruiser. The clankers will try to detonate the tank's control centers. Hold them off
dang.
as long as you can.
Dude, Rape Me? That's like the first Me Too movement, dude. So
Yeah,
beautiful.
dude. Dude, yeah, why didn't they crucify him for saying that? Man, we're
Did
really
he
in
does
charge.
he say crucify in a song or no?
Oh, I don't think so. Maybe.
My
Maybe in
favorite
like a
Nirvana song
B-side.
is still Radio Friendly Unit Shifter. I just love
Oh,
that
yeah.
song. So
It's
good.
pretty unique. That's the one where they like, that's like the infamous, like when he played it, they played it live, they made him use like the new like, or like Boss grunge pedal or whatever. Like we made it just to be like, sound like you guys. And he's like, great. Now we have like, you guys just, our sound is now something people can buy in stores and we have to use it
Oh,
now.
really? They use
Yeah.
What about that one live concert that I had on like Deep Downloaded where it's like has the angel statue behind them and stuff? Did
I
they
think
use
it's that
pedal
one.
during
I
that
think it
song?
is that one,
That's
yeah.
my favorite performance of that song. It's so
Oh,
good.
is it? Yeah, it is pretty cool. I think it's the only live version I think I have of that one. Rack, or who do they have? Pat Smear.
Yeah,
Pap
Smear.
Smear.
That's a great concert.
I still have that the Blockbuster poster prank. Oh shit.
Oh, that I gave you?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I've
I
never
was always
seen. I've
curious
never
why you
seen one
never
like
put
it.
it up, though. I was always like, he's never gonna put that up, huh?
Oh, I think I moved, right? I have it up now.
Or even,
it's
you had it
actually
for
up
a
right
while.
now.
Oh, you do? That's
Yeah,
cool.
I think probably
For a while, it was just
ever
sitting in
since
the
I
corner.
moved. Oh, I think
Well, I give it
just
to you in your
because I've
old
never
room,
put
I
up
think.
stuff. I think.
You never been
I
a
think
poster guy.
You had a
I
Pirates think
poster
ever
for a long
since
time.
it's always been up. I think. Yeah, it's in
That's
my
cool. What
room.
room
It's
is
up
it in?
now.
Oh,
Just
nice.
my room. I only have 2 rooms in
Enemy
this place.
reinforcements on all lines.
You and Joel have the same room, right?
Yeah,
So it's her room too.
it is.
Fucking misogynist, dude.
Frick.
Hashtag all
Fuck
men,
you.
dude.
Hashtag. Fuck.
Ever notice how men just call it their room? Yeah.
Yeah.
Time's up, man.
Time's up.
Does she have
Time's up.
anything up, like Disney posters or anything? Or is she
She
not
put
a
a lot of
poster
stuff
gal?
up. Yeah, there's some Disney stuff. She got Pixar stuff.
I wonder what
Oh,
your house
shit.
looks like. I've never seen it.
It's,
Just do a little tour sometime.
yeah, it could. It's nothing
It's
special.
an apartment, right? Or is it a house?
It's an apartment.
Nothing wrong with that. Who needs more than that? I always feel like when I'm in someone, like my mom has a big townhouse. It's not like a house, but it's still bigger. And I'm always like, she doesn't use half these rooms. Like who
yeah.
needs this? Like I'm fine in my apartment. I could live in an apartment my whole life, honestly. I think
Yeah.
I'm not that picky about like where I live or like status type stuff. I know it sounds like you're bragging when you say that, but like I don't care about what car I have as long as it gets me to work. I don't
Right.
care where I live as long as I have a nice comfy bed, you know, I don't care.
Yeah, I think
Although
the
a
only
studio apartment would be pretty tough, like one room, that sucks.
Yeah. I think the thing I just don't like about apartment is like
Neighbors.
just because you're neighbors, you're so close to them, and then you can't I
Oh,
can't really
trust
play
me.
music stuff. Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
I
that.
feel
You
you.
got pretty bad neighbors.
Although in a way it's a blessing and a curse. Because I can play super loud when I'm doing my guitar and stuff.
Oh,
Because
really?
they don't have a chance in hell to complain. Because they do it all the time. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? So it's
That's
a blessing
good
and a
point.
curse.
That's a good point.
In fact, the second she moved in, she was like, "Oh, by the way, hello, new neighbor. Don't you ever worry about being too loud. We're loud all the time." And I
you're
was like, "Oh, shit."
fuck.
I was like, "Thanks.
Oh,
I'd rather
fuck.
never play my guitar again than you be loud."
Yeah.
But
yeah.
okay.
But all right, I'm glad that I have no say. Oh, dang.
Exactly.
Dang.
And then when I did call her out, she's like, "Listen, it's
It's
not me. It's
summertime.
my mama. It's my mama. She can't hear." So the rap music you were blasting was your mama's music?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she loved 50 Cent. She reminded her of her son.
Is that
Oh,
what
your
you said?
brother? No. No. No, that'd be hilarious.
Oh,
She
your brother?
loved 50
No.
Cent. Reminds her of her son. Her brother? Your brother?
Your brother?
No.
No.
She got 13 families.
She got 13
What's funny,
families.
this sounds really racist, but working for a Walgreens call center,
Oh,
when
what
people
the-
call in, whenever it's a black person, they call in, they say, "I'm calling in for my daughter," or I ask for their name first. They're like, LaShonda Jackson. I was like, "Okay, who you calling in for?" "My daughter." "What's her name?" "Tyrika." And I'm like, "Okay, Tyrika Jackson." No. It's Tyrika Jones. "Oh, okay." Like every
And you're like,
time,
why
it's
didn't-
never the same last name.
Oh, really?
So that,
And you're like, why
like,
don't you
that's
say that the full name in the first place? Why do you just leave the
It-
first name in there and then
I
you
know.
have to clarify
Don't get me
every
started
time?
on that, but it does. And I'm not being racist, but that does show a little social thing. It's like in the black community, like there's a lot of fathers who aren't around or who like go
Yeah.
on to other families and stuff. There's a lot of that. Not in like obviously like smart black people. There's tons of smart, educated black people, but in like city folk is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Which sounds racist, but there's white trash people too. So I'm not saying it. You know what I mean? Like there's trash in every
I know what you're
race.
saying.
My race is home to some of the worst
All
trash.
you can do
like
is
red-
just like report what you've seen. You're like, every time it happens, it's
Exactly.
always this situation's pretty.
It's not
pretty
from any
consistent.
bias. Also, I will say they're always the most nice to me whenever they call. I will say that.
But I'll also
Black people
say
are
they
way nicer
forget
to me. I will say they can't spell their own name. No, but they're always the
They
nicest to
own
me. They're
name.
always like, they're always calling me honey and baby, and they're always
Oh,
calling
okay.
me Mr. Nick whenever they call in.
And they're always giving
Whereas
you
a
that
white-
number afterwards.
No, but if an old white lady calls in, she is a crone of a witch every time.
Yeah. The
Where's
crow.
my Tylenol?
And you're like,
Well,
God
I'm happy to
damn
help you. I want to talk to the pharmacist. Well, I can do the same thing. Have you had 12 years of medical school? No.
No.
Then get me to the pharmacist.
You're like, why would
Where
I
the
be
black
talking
lady's
to you?
like, yeah, I'm calling up for my Tylenol. Oh, yeah, that's ready for you right now. Oh, thank you, sugar baby, honey. You have a great night. God bless you.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you're like,
hell yeah, I feel
I
so
feel-
good right now.
Yeah. Dang.
Literally,
That's nice.
I feel really good with it. Although sometimes when the guys call, they're like, yeah, my name, I'm like, can you repeat that, sir?
Yeah.
I said, my name, Like, they
No,
don't
no,
emphasize
no.
it more, they just say it louder.
Yeah, yeah. They don't make it more
Okay,
intelligible.
Lana, na. So the last name's Na? Yeah. First name, Lana? Yeah. Okay. It's like it really is Lana Na and he wasn't mumbling at all.
Yeah, yeah. He's like,
Oh, your name
fucking
is Lana Na.
asshole, making fun of
Yeah,
my name.
it's unique. I'm Hawaiian.
Yeah, I'm Hawaiian.
Oh, you don't sound Hawaiian. Oh, really?
Oh,
What do I
so I'm
sound like?
Hawaiian. Yeah, what do I sound?
You sound like a good member
A
of the black
good
community.
black man?
Oh, yeah. That's what I thought you said.
That's what?
What's also scary is there's always moms calling in saying, I'm calling in for my daughter. Okay, what's her date of birth? 2005 or 6. Okay, and what can I refill for her? Her birth control.
Yeah.
Every time. And I'm like, whoa, that they're starting so soon.
Yeah, they are.
And
Yeah.
it's white chicks
It's
too.
like,
It's
oh, did
not
you have a
anybody
period?
else. It's crazy.
You're on birth control now.
Do you think it's their moms getting it for them just in case to be safe, or
I
they
think
really are all
so.
having sex? Okay, maybe that's what it
either
is.
or. Probably could be any of them.
There was
That's
a time where
interesting.
it was
You
like
could
a
get like such a
12-year-old, and I
probably good
almost
like
felt
if you wrote
reporting it.
if you were allowed to report like what you had in like a publication, you would have like such a
Yeah.
good statistical representation
No,
of
it's
things.
teaching me a lot about like people as far because they're from every state pretty much. So it just feels like I'm getting a good view of like America, kind of. It's
Oh
interesting.
yeah, yeah. You get the real America.
And
Unlike
there was
what
like
most
I
Americans
got a woman
get
that
because they
was
just live in
100
one
years
state.
old the other day, and she was like,
Dang.
"Oh my God, you sound so lively and nice. You're being so nice to me."
yeah,
I'm like,
you remind
"Oh,
me of what I wish
you're
I
welcome."
was.
No, I was like, "You're welcome, ma'am." She's like, "I thought all the youth of today didn't like elderly people," and I was like, "No, not at all, ma'am. What can I do for you?" And at the end of the call, she was like, "Your mother raised a good man." And I was like,
wow.
"Oh my God, I feel so good right now." And then the next call is like, "Where my Tylenol?"
Oh yeah,
So
it's
that
such
like,
a
never
dynamic
mind.
change. Like,
It's
fuck.
so different, and it's immediately after it. I don't have
Gosh.
any time to soak in the like praise.
Right.
And sometimes it's like, I need my, are you there in the pharmacy itself? No, I'm at the care center, sir. I need my AIDS medicine or I'm gonna die tonight.
Whoa,
okay,
really?
you're out of refills, sir. Fuck!
No
I'm
way,
dead. You just, yeah, he was like, you just signed my death certificate, man. I'm dead! And then you hang up and you're like, oh my God. The next person's like,
Wow.
hello there, Sonny, what can I get? I'd like to refill my Tylenol. And it's like such a shit.
What
You're
the
like,
fuck?
oh my,
Dang.
I think a man just died and blamed it on me.
Dang, you have to experience like,
wouldn't you-
any human emotion at any
It's
time.
insane, dude. It's insane. And you get like cold to it. You get hardened to it.
Man.
Or like I'll have someone calling in crying saying
You could be the
their
president of the
baby
United
needs-
States after all of that. You'd be like, oh,
Good
what?
point,
They're gonna
dude.
all die? Yeah, fire the nuke.
It's not a good thing really, because I feel like there have been moms calling in saying my baby's like dying with the flu. And they're crying in the background, screaming, and like I see on
Really?
there that their flu medicine is out of refills, and I just have to say that. And they're like, "Do you know what my baby's
It's out
going
of
through tonight?"
refill.
And it's like, it's not my fault you didn't check to make sure you had refills earlier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I have to get it. Then I just hang up and laugh and go on to the next one. Whereas, meanwhile, a baby might have just died. But I
Yeah.
can't like take it personally because it's crazy.
Dang, I had no idea. That's such an emotional like baggage kind of thing just to put on like any individual.
Let alone someone who already has like an anxiety
Did
problem.
they like
takes
tell you
things
stuff
personally
about
and
like
shit.
have you talked with
No.
like that's crazy though. That
I've
seems like
talked with
they're
other
not
coworkers and they all get
Yeah.
the same stuff, of course.
But that seems like that should be in like the heads up like hey
Yeah.
well,
It should be
any
like
of
this
this
is
can
how you
happen,
deal
'cause they
with someone
definitely
who's
know.
like frantic.
yeah.
Or
This is
like,
how-
remember, guys,
how
if they
you
blame
deal
you
with
for their
a
death, it's
person who
not
has
your
a
fault.
1-year-old and the 1-year-old's on the verge of death. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Well, if we
Remember,
told
guys,
you
it's
that, you
not
wouldn't
your
want the
fault.
job. Like, then you
Would
guys
ya?
need to do something better about this. This is insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of deception. Also, they expect us to be deceitful, which is the part I hate.
Oh, like about what?
We have to pretend like we're in the store, essentially, when we're not.
Oh, yeah.
Because if someone finds out that we're not, they're going to demand the store. And then that's going to
Oh,
clog
and
the
then-
phone lines in the store.
Oh, gotcha.
So we have to be like, oh, sorry, the pharmacist is busy right now. I can see him right across from me. What can I do for you, though? They'll be like, well, how long? What's the pharmacist doing that he's so busy? And I'll be like, oh, he's just busy. But what can I do for you?
He's fucking your mother.
Yeah, he's ramrodding your mother raw dog, cowboy style.
He's a regular raw
I
dog,
think this will be
motherfucker.
I think that's my last match, even though that was super fun.
Yeah, that's alright. Kashyyyk, it's a good
Oh,
one to
cool.
end
You
on.
get to see one of the, who flies the dragonfly ships? Are those the Wookiees? I forget.
I think it's the Wookiees, yeah.
That's badass. How they... that I want to see, like, the concept art. Like, who came up with the dragonfly ship? That's a cool
Oh,
idea.
yeah. It is. That
Man,
it
Stachio.
is.
See what I mean, though? Like, all the prequels, if you just ignore the movies, but love the stuff in them, they're pretty great.
Yeah, it is cool.
The movies
sure.
suck, but they're great. Although Revenge of the Sith, I think is probably the best one. It has flaws. Anakin turns too quickly. General Grievous is sort of pointless, even though he's awesome in the EU. His first
Right.
appearance in Clone Wars, the Gendy one, he's legitimately frightening. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and he's got,
Like-
he's basically a completely different character.
They're all holed up in this like bunker, and there's silence, and then you just hear his footsteps, like for a long
Yeah.
time.
It's so,
And then he
it's
just
so interesting.
Takes on 6 Jedis at once. It is like using his feet to hold lightsabers.
Yeah, yeah.
So badass. And then the movie's like, what's on a mission, General Kenobi? At least they explained it, though. That's kind of cool. But apparently in the
Respect.
Clone Wars, that's another thing that turns me off. Like, in Clone Wars, he's a badass, and then you see Mace Windu crush his chest at the end. So
Yeah.
then if you watch Revenge of the Sith right after, it makes sense why he's like that. But in the Clone Wars, he's like that the whole show. He's just
Right.
a cowardly, like
Yep.
mustache twirling bad guy. That's so dumb.
Yep. Yep.
Gendy, dude, he knew what he was
Gendy,
doing.
dude, he
Although, you know what
did.
I found out? I
He
thought
raped
for the
somebody,
longest
dude.
time that, like, yeah, dude, he raped
Me
a
too, dude.
2-year-old dog. But, for the longest time, I thought he had, like, a perfect track record, because I was like, dude, Dexter's Lab, Samurai Jack, Powerpuff Girls, Clone Wars. Has this guy never done anything bad? And then I found out he did the Hotel Transylvania movies.
Oh,
Did you know
yeah,
that?
yeah, I did know that.
Oh my god, that's a shame. That's a
It's
real...
alright, dude. I bet, no, I
Maybe
think
they're
he,
not that bad.
I thought he said something of the, like, he was, no, like, for the Samurai Jack panel, when it came back, and they were, like, asking him some questions about the stuff he was doing now, and, like, why he's like, well, he's like, there's some stuff you get to do that you never think you'll get to do again because you, like, actually enjoy doing it. Like, all of it's, like, so fun. And then there's stuff you have to do because it pays the bills,
money.
basically. And I think
He
that's
admitted
what,
that? Wow.
yeah, I think that's what that Hotel Transylvania basically is. Just
Wow.
he just needs money, and he's not getting the same kind of work as he got before. But that's alright.
That's a
That's
shame.
fine.
Although,
that happens
it's
to
kind of
most.
like that movie, The Croods. Like that, I would be so embarrassed if anyone walked in and I was watching that movie. It's a piece of shit.
Sure.
But at Barnes & Noble one time, I looked at like the art book or whatever, the concept art's great for that movie. It's so cool.
Oh, really?
They like hired the guy who did like the Lilo and Stitch aliens or whatever, and he did all these weird like prehistoric sloth beasts and stuff that aren't in the movie. So I have a feeling like Hotel Transylvania, like if you take away who's in it and like how dumb it is, like probably the concept art was pretty cool, I bet.
Maybe.
Like Gendy's visual ideas behind it, I bet were cool. Because I mean, I like monsters a ton. I just don't want to see Kevin James as Frankenstein and like CeeLo as a farting mummy or something.
K. James.
K. James. Anyway, this was awesome. Yeah, look forward to the next installment of the script.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, I finally got a Bosca emote. Finally.
Script. Dude, what's he say?
You're just another target.
That should be the. That'd be awesome if that was a. I
should
doubt,
not
like
speak
his
English
only line in the
It's a
Empire
shame he
Strikes
speaks
Back.
English. He should just say that line over and over again.
I think his voice sounds okay though.
No, yeah, it sounds badass. It's fine.
I wonder who they did to get him. It'd be interesting to watch the guy actually like record the lines.
Dioxis.
Yeah.
Cunt. Can we redo that one? Doesn't say that in the script.
I
don't follow the rules. Dice.
This guy's got spunk. We don't have to use the line. We can just edit it.
No, we gotta use it. Well, someone data mines or whatever, and they find that line, they're like, "Holy shit!" Wow, they were really going in a different direction at one point.
Gosh,
dude, this is what 1313 was gonna be like. Dude. Whoa.
1313, dude.
Oh, you know what's kind of stupid? You know the droid in the Solo trailers, who's like, is obviously the main droid.
It's like the white one?
Salutes Lando. Yeah, he looks kind of like the robot from Power Rangers who was like, Power Rangers!
Oh, yeah. Forget the guy's
like
name,
that guy.
though.
But that droid's name is L337, which spells Leet.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that.
Do you think that's on purpose? That'd be really stupid.
I feel like that just sounds... I think it is on purpose. I feel like that's
stupid.
That just makes me think it's like, that's Lord and Miller. That's the college humor.
Good point.
That makes me think that they came up with that.
Yeah, good point. More like Lord and Miller.
I don't think Ron Howard won those. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they probably have like Kingdom of Loathing jokes in there and shit.
Kingdom of Loathing.
Such a specific thing. That's so weird how the reports were like... Reports are saying that Alden Ehrenreich is acting like Ace Ventura on the set. That's probably an exaggeration.
Yeah.
That's crazy to imagine though. Like imagine that. Like people believe that. Like that's like him saying, don't tell me the odds. Like so crazy. There's no way he's doing that.
Right.
I know you love me. Spike the monkey.
He's talking with his ass. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Is there something in my Jeep?
Yeah. Somebody stop me.
Smoking. That's what Luke said when he saw Emperor and Uncle Ben.
Oh, God.
Smoking.
That'd be too far.
One of my favorite jokes still is like the image of the old Kenner action figure box for like an action figure of them as their form, and it's just a bunch of bones in a plastic container. It's so good. Because they would do that back then because they would release the most obscure things. That's
they
what
did, yeah.
I think Star Wars introduced me into liking obscurity, even though it's the least obscure franchise of all time. Isn't that weird?
Oh,
like, it's the most mainstream thing ever, yet it got me into obscure things. Like, I always used to pride myself on being like, dude, Ak-Aak, dude.
Ak-Aak,
I know his name. No one in grade school knows his name. I don't want. Did we decide that was him?
Oh, I don't remember if it was.
Right?
That guy does,
It's
yeah.
like when Lando shows up or something. Or is it when Boost shows up?
Yeah, I think it's
There's
when
like a
Leia
black
and Chewbacca.
stormtrooper looking guy who falls over, right? He kind of looks like a TIE fighter pilot, but he's not.
Oh, is
There's like a guy. He falls over.
The thing
Also,
about Rogue One that I'll say is like a lot of the aliens I think look pretty cool, or like more Star Warsy
best
than
aliens of the Disney
Force
movies. You gotta
Awakens. I
say.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's still
I
the
love-
one, whatever the one they first meet, who's like taking him to
Two
Saw.
tubes.
Yeah,
Two
that
tubes.
guy. That guy looks
He's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
He's so cool. He has his own novel now. Did you know that?
Oh, does he?
Yeah, kind of like
Dude,
Crimson
they gotta bring
Corsair,
back the
like-
Crimson Corsair.
Is he in the Lego game? You could play as the Crimson Corsair. It's
Yeah,
like a
no,
whole
yeah, he has a
mission or
whole
whatever.
level, like based around
That's
him and that other
crazy.
guy.
They should put two tubes in there. But also, I like the guy who kind of looks like a Wampa, but he's got a giant backpack on. He's always running
Oh,
around.
yeah.
He was
Yeah, he is
cool.
like a
And then also
Wampa.
the Warwick Davis's character, the little monkey man who's like a gunner or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that guy is
He's
cool. Yeah, the aliens
There's
are
a
cool.
lot of cool characters in that. Borgullet is cool, even though it's pointless. Because, oh, you know what? I read it. I did the one of the big flaws in that movie is that he uses, because Borgullet reads your mind, right?
Oh yeah, I think so, yeah.
So he wants to read the Middle Eastern guy's mind to make sure he's not lying. But then
Right.
he still throws the Middle Eastern guy in jail and says to Jin, it could be a trap. But he's already read the guy's mind,
Yeah,
so
he
he knows
doesn't
he's telling
really...
the truth.
It's like it did nothing, yeah.
It did nothing, but that's still cool. I mean, I still like that it's in there. But there's some... I read a few things online, like, that Cassian Andor has no reason to not shoot her dad or whatever. And I definitely disagree with that. I also feel that they feel that she instantly is like a rebel after that for no reason. I definitely disagree with that. Because she sees the video of her dad, and just her whole life, she thought her dad betrayed her and went to go work for the Empire. And then
Right.
she sees that, and suddenly she understands what the rebels are working for, and like she has
kinda
a
too
selfish
quick.
reason to join the rebels. It is too quick, but so is Revenge of the Sith. So is a lot of Star
Yeah,
Wars.
it's like
so
that.
is Luke becoming a Jedi and like blowing up the Death Star. It's just Star Wars. So
Sure,
like, I
sure.
feel like her selfish reason is like her dad wanted her to do it. So it's like she has total reason to become a rebel all of a sudden and do that speech.
The thing-
and then Cassian, like he sees that Krennic is beating her dad and then shooting all his men. So like that's what tells him. Obviously, the dad's a spy. You know what I mean? So he
Right.
doesn't shoot him. So that's like a cool moment because then he's lying to her about the fact that they're there to save him, that he's there to shoot him, and then he comes back and she's like, "You were gonna shoot him." And he's like, "But I didn't, did I?" I thought that was a good scene, personally.
I think there were good
'Cause
scenes
he's like
in it.
conflicted.
I think
Yeah.
that one because she's like, well, you might as well have because like the X-wing killed him. It was rebels
Yeah.
who killed him.
Yeah, that was crazy. He gives him the message. He's like, "Don't attack." He's like, "Too late, dude. We already sent him."
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then also the fact that like he's a rebel who we've always viewed as like these saintly good guys.
Oh, and he's doing bad
flat out
stuff.
kills a guy in the first scene.
Yeah, just to
That's
like
cool.
kind of save his own neck.
That's like Kylo of the good guys, like morally ambiguous, sort of. You know,
Right.
you never know what side he's on.
Right.
And then, and
never
also
know.
the fact that every main character
Oh,
died
shit.
is kind of ballsy. I feel.
It is
That's pretty
interesting. I feel like I didn't care, but it's an interesting.
No, of course, but still. I'm just saying, for a Disney Star Wars movie, I remember walking out of it pleased, like, compared to Force Awakens. I remember being like, now that's just, it felt like expanded universe stuff, and that's why I liked it. It felt like a little
It
one-off.
felt like to me it shouldn't have been a movie in theaters. Like if it was a comic book or a TV show, I would have been
point.
more okay with it. But it felt like that
I'm
same
fine with
like
that.
criticism where we're like, but as a movie, it just
Yeah.
it didn't feel that.
The pacing's uneven. C-3PO is so forced in there with R2-D2,
Yeah.
and same with Dr. Zavalian or
The
whatever
thing,
his
I
name is.
still hate like Princess Leia being in it. I think is dumb. I
Oh,
still think the
God.
whole
I will
like
say this though, Tarkin
ending's
looks
kinda
great.
weird.
I think.
I
know
think it
that's an
looks
unpopular
pretty
opinion.
good. I don't
I
like
think it's
it,
the
but
best of that I've seen done in a movie. I will say
yeah.
that.
I don't think they really
Because
needed
I-
him in it though. I mean, I guess I understand why though. It seems like he should be in it,
He's a
especially
good
with the
opponent
Death
for
Star.
Krennic. because he basically steals the glory from Krennic, and that's like Krennic's weakness is that he wants Darth Vader to view him as something because of this Death Star, and then Tarkin steals all of it. You know what I mean? That's kind of cool,
right?
And I did not like Krennic actually when I first saw it because I love that actor and I was underwhelmed by it. But then watching it again, there's a lot of little moments he does that I really like when he first shows up on the planet and the mom is supposed to hide, and then she shows up to shoot him. Remember? And he's like, what's her name? Like Lisa or something like that?
Yeah, whatever her name is.
But he's like, oh, it's Lisa, returned from the dead. He makes a little joke, like he's such an evil bastard, like. Because he just said that she died. He lied that she died.
Oh, yeah.
Or that's not what he says.
The husband says,
it's
right?
a miracle. That's what he says.
Oh,
it's a miracle. I thought that was good. And there's a lot of little lines like that where...
I felt like he was a good choice for the character, but they didn't use him as much as they should, or like in the right ways.
The trailer shows him in this like awesome shot where he's like standing there looking like Thrawn. You think he's going to be this badass, but his character really is like a worm.
He is a worm. He's a worm.
That's what he's supposed to be, but they should have showed him like that in the trailer.
Yeah, it didn't make it seem like that's what he was going to be.
Yeah, like with his cape going through the water while he's walking, I was like, "Whoa!" They pretty much
took away all that stuff, right?
Yeah,
it
they made a
really
human Thrawn. This is badass, and it's like, oh no, he's just a worm, but he works as a worm.
Yeah,
and like
just
later when he's like,
expected.
"You were," when he talks to, when he's like, what's his name? Tarkin's like, "Actually, Krennic, I will be taking over the plan from now on, and you are released of all duties." And he's like, "You were taking everything I worked for and stealing my..." Like, that scene's really good.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you believe it. Have you seen Bloodline, that show on Netflix?
Bloodline? Nah.
It's about a wealthy family that runs a hotel in Hawaii. And they're all like super goody successful people, but there's a black sheep in the family who always like was troubled, and they don't really like him. And that's that guy plays him, and he comes back to visit, and none of them want him there, and it's a really great show.
Oh, really?
They basically the first episode. This isn't really a spoiler, but it starts off with like the brother who's like the most goody good. Do you know who Kyle Chandler is?
No, I don't think so.
He was the dad in Super 8. Remember that guy?
Oh,
he's like just a normal, like good guy looking guy.
He's like, I'm gonna save the kids.
The show starts with that guy like in this like Florida swamp, drowning Ben Mendelsohn, the Krennic guy.
Oh, really?
And then killing him with his own bare hands. And then the show starts, and you don't know how it gets to that point. The whole show leads up to that. So it's basically about this like goody two-shoes family that don't like the black sheep, but by the end of the show, your favorite character is the black sheep because you understand why he is the way he is, and the family's awful. They're so bad. And it's a really good show. But then they made a season 2, and in season 2, the first episode, because he dies obviously in season 1. But in the first episode, his son shows up that you never heard about in season 1. You didn't even know he had a son. And he shows up. He's like, "Where's my dad?" Season 2. And then it's just all of season 2 is them trying to hide from the cops that they killed that guy. It sucks so much. So don't watch season 2. But if you and Joel are ever watching, looking for a show, the season 1 is so good. It was like Breaking Bad good, in my opinion.
It's like Heroes or some other shows where you're like, whoa, this really got me in. And then you're like, and it sucks.
House of Cards.
Oh, yeah, House of Cards.
Oh, my God, House of Cards.
Season 1, it's so good. And then after that,
quality disparity between seasons. Season 2, I was so excited.
So, yeah.
And you and I both were like, dude, what about that hacker character with the gerbil? Why did he just go to jail halfway through the season? And then what about the Asian guy who's like sadomasochist? And then why'd they kill off the girl like in the first episode? I know it was cool, but like she was an important dynamic of like with his character. And then
it's such a weird side thing.
Oh my God, that's such a bad.
And then now thinking about where the show is now, you're like,
exactly.
No
and they
plans.
announced it's coming back. It was canceled, but now it's coming back.
It's coming back, and no Kevin Spacey.
No, but like Greg Kinnear is going to be in it. It's so weird.
Really?
Why Greg Kinnear? They're like Greg Kinnear and like Helen Hunt or somebody. They're like, we need 2 actors to replace one great actor.
Yeah. Who is the mix of Kevin? Who's Kevin Spacey divided into 2 people?
It'll be like Carrie Fisher, like with episode 9. It'll be like So Frank died. What a shame. The president of the United States. But anyway, his wife took over.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
If they're smart, they would work in the like Me Too movement into the plot. That would actually be interesting.
They're not.
Where it's like she gets accused of like sexual misconduct or something.
Dude,
by that guy in France who she's like cheating on with him, remember?
Oh, that
like,
guy.
Like she becomes president because Frank dies, and everyone loves her. She's like the first female president. She's spotless. And then that guy from France suddenly comes back and he's like, she had sex with me while she was married to Frank.
Right.
And then it's like this big scandal. That would be interesting, actually.
Woulda.
And then like the bodyguard comes forward and he's like, all three of them fucked me at the same time for no reason.
I think the bodyguard's dead, right? Or no? Or is he still alive?
I didn't follow it that far. That was so stupid. Oh my god. That was just to be taboo for no other reason. It was just to be taboo.
Yep.
I was like,
that's kind of became the whole show.
There was no chemistry. He was just always like, sir?
Sir?
Come into the limousine, sir? The room is secured, sir. That's
and
all he ever said.
Imagine they're just reading through the script and then all of a sudden that's there and it's like, sir?
Sir? That is like the definition of that line. Like, why don't you join me in the missus' bedroom?
Sir?
Sir? Oh my god, such a stupid show. But good first season. Good first scene also when he kills the dog. You're like, oh, I think I'm in for some shit.
Yeah. I get it. I get it now. Did you know there wasn't even a dog, dude? Did you know?
Oh, wait.
Did you know?
No, I thought that's why he got kicked out of Hollywood. He really killed the dog.
Star
Dude, he fucked the dog, dude.
Dude, I heard he grabbed him from underneath the table.
Grabbed a poodle's ass. Yeah, that was a good, like the guy who sells ribs, the black guy, he was a great character.
Yeah. Sonya Parole!
Oh yeah! That's like his only line.
In the second season.
An idiot.
Sonya Parole!
Sonya Parole! His son just does everything he's not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Sonya Parole!
Sonya Parole!
Did you hear the rumor that Kevin Spacey was racist on the set and didn't want any N-words in his trailer or in his scenes? As soon as I read that, I was like, he shares scenes with the fucking Ribs guy.
Yeah.
And they're like friends. That doesn't add up at all.
No.
But they said, yeah, he said the N-word a lot. He said no N-words in my scenes. I was like, have you watched the show?
Yeah.
It's not true at all. I think probably the best episode, maybe not drama-wise, but the one I'll always remember is the Georgia Peach episode.
Oh yeah.
When he goes home, that's really effective. That episode, it's really good.
That's when I was like, dang, this show can be good even when the episode isn't that like tied with the main plot necessarily.
Exactly, it's not even in Washington D.C. anymore, and it's still good.
Yeah, but then that never happens
even with
again.
the like gay overtones with his student reunion with his friends, that was interesting. That was one of the taboo sex things that I actually found interesting. Then they kept pushing it too far, I felt.
Yep. And then it was like, oh, and he is gay? What a surprise.
He's bi. Because he's like fucking the young girl too, so he must be bi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, like Kevin Spacey's like, yep, all that was real.
Oh, gotcha, yeah.
And you're like,
people
yeah,
always
your
knew
career's
that apparently.
over.
Always heard rumors.
Your career's over.
But yeah, she's like, answers the phone. She's like, oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, sorry I didn't call for Christmas. And then she's like drawing a penis on the window in the fog or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
While she's talking to her father. And having
sex
and then
with doesn't he goes down on her or something, and then like as she's talking to her mom or something. Yeah, it's like all this like
dad. Yeah,
over
she's like,
the top
I'm doing
sex stuff.
Great, Dad. But I still thought those were effective. Like it was David Fincher still doing it, so I still felt like that was sort of like provocative and sexy. Like I thought like, oh, this is a sexy show. Like this show's like pushing your buttons and like doing weird, uncomfortable stuff. But then the season 2, I was like, okay. They jumped the shark on uncomfortable stuff.
Yeah, they just like ramped it up. They're like, "That's what people want to see."
Yeah,
let's have an
the British
Asian
show
man.
Just like 2 seasons and then it stopped.
Yeah, it like knew where it was gonna go. I think originally they said they're like, "We just need 2 seasons to tell the story," and then it did so well. They're like, "Let's just make seasons forever." Oh, Scandal.
Spacey will be around for a long time.
Yeah. It's so to see the rise of Netflix shows will always have that.
If I was a stand-up, like a khaki stand-up, I'd be like, You heard about all this stuff going on in Hollywood? The only show that's not affected by Scandal is Scandal.
Yeah.
So there's that show called Scandal. I don't think they have this
Scandal Makers.
How to Get Away with Moida. Have you heard of that show?
Oh no.
I think it's like this black woman that like writes all these shows, or maybe it's not a black woman, but she wrote like Grey's Anatomy, and then she wrote, I think she did Scandal, and she did How to Get Away with Murder, and like Empire, and all these shows. She's like the J.J. Abrams of women.
Oh,
wait,
okay.
that's Kathleen Kennedy.
The JJ. KK? JJ. Get the fuck out of here.
What if her middle name is like Kimberly? KKK.
Yeah, oh.
That would give the
Could
fans
look it
even
up.
more fuel.
Yeah.
Quote unquote
People
fans.
hate her.
I certainly kind of do, but only as like a place to put the hate. I don't know if it all belongs on her, but
Yeah.
it certainly feels like it's her agenda.
She has to be the face of it, really, because that's what she was put in as.
shows-
I wonder
she
if
shows
she
like-
really knew what was going to happen, or I feel like she kind of would regret that now.
Look at what George
'Cause she
was.
was-
He was the face of hate, but now he's the face of
Yeah.
like nostalgia. They're like, you know, he wasn't so bad compared to her.
Right.
I'm still kind of can't believe that the Red Letter Media guys aren't being harder on the Star Wars movies though.
Oh, what do you mean?
Like the new sequels. Like I feel they're being hard on them, but like they were okay. Weren't they pretty okay with Force Awakens? They're like, it's a fun movie, whatever. It's a fun movie.
Well, they were okay
That
with
pretty
it,
much
and then
the
later they say, like, later on they kind of, like, changed. I think the only person who's been consistent is,
Rich.
what's his name? Rich, that guy, yeah.
What did
Because
he
I
think?
feel like, because he's always has, like, a mix. He just says, like, here's the good and here's the bad. Where I feel like the other guys are
Yeah.
like, this was way awful, or this I really like.
I will say,
It's always like
I
they
don't-
deal in absolutes.
I always
Damn
tell
it.
you that like I
them.
don't jive with their comedy for some reason, or I don't like those guys, and I honestly think it's just the one guy that I don't like, Jay or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Something about like I don't hate him or wish him ill, but he just like his delivery always seems like he's bashing nerds, but he's sitting there like a fucking
Just
nerd
as
himself.
nerdy, yeah.
That's what it feels like with him. But with
Yeah.
Rich, he's like always self-deprecating, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
whenever Mike says something or Jay says something that's like an over-the-top criticism, Rich is always like, "Well, I don't know about that. I think it was actually more like this." And I'm always like, "Oh, finally, a voice of reason."
Yeah. I think
Yeah, 'cause
I
both
think
of
it's
them
well.
like
I
to
think the
hyperbolize.
I think it's also like he's not as funny like naturally really either.
No.
Like where they kind of more
Yeah.
are.
He reminds
he
me of
sorta
like
comes as too
he would
snarky,
fit
I
in
think.
with the Cinemassacre guys. You know those guys?
Oh yeah.
He seems like one of those guys where he's just like kind of nerdy, thinks he's funny, he's great and all. But I feel like Mike is like, I know you said they all wrote the Plinkett stuff, but come on, Mike is Plinkett.
He's the
Mike
best
is-
like improviser guy of them, I think.
He's the
for sure.
reason I think people watch that channel. They wouldn't subscribe if it was just the other two guys, I think.
Yeah. I didn't
No
realize
offense
he's
to
like
them.
more of a Star Trek fan than Star Wars.
He's a
Really,
huge Star Trek fan, yeah. It's really
I didn't
weird.
realize that at the time. Like he's so into it.
I'm not at all. I don't know why. I never caught that bug.
The,
Star Wars always felt more relatable and emotional. Star Trek felt like robotic.
I feel like I like their like take on things because it's consistent at least with like their views, even though I usually
Yeah.
never have the same views as them. But like I like hearing like other people's perspective and then like their reason for it because it makes more sense than I just like this thing because this. They like try
Yeah,
to
I
explain the reason, so I go
From
like,
what
well,
I hear
okay.
of Next Generation, I bet if I binge watched it, I would love it. But I just don't feel like it, if that makes any sense.
I
You know what
like.
mean?
I
Kinda
think
like Rob.
every once in a while, me and Joel have like watched an episode, but they're all kind of like the same, really. They're all kind of
Okay.
like Dungeons and Dragons. Like, okay, some mysterious stranger comes onto your ship, and they have some agenda. Figure out what it is, and it's always
That's pretty
that.
much like Farscape also, like copy
Yeah.
and paste every episode.
It's
You
just
gotta like
all
that.
that just changing
Actually,
around a bit.
You have to like the characters and then you'll look over
Yeah,
like
you look over
X-Files.
how
Essentially,
copy and paste everything is.
there's like a main through line story of X-Files that is like lost and really good, but it's very rare that they do it. They usually just do Monster of the Week stuff. So, like, if you like Mulder and Scully's chemistry, you don't care that's just a Monster of the Week episode. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But kind of like Star Trek. Like, if you really like Picard and all the guys, you don't care that's just the same thing over again. And that's how it was with me in Farscape. For some reason, I, like, really liked the characters. So I was like, I don't care that it's just an episode where, like, they have an invasion of bugs on the ship or something and they have to take care of it. You know, like, just some stupid thing like that. If it's the characters I like talking and doing things, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Kind of like Force Awakens. That's the only reason I would watch that movie ever again, is because, like, I hate every choice story-wise, but I like the people I'm seeing on screen. You know what I'm saying?
It is,
Like,
yeah,
Finn
I think it is kind of like the... Because there was, like, the way that sci-fi things were done in, like, the 70s, 80s, and 90s that was kind of, like... had a feel that I got used to, and that's kind of what Star Trek also has, where like now, like the new modern, all CGI, like all green screen sets, it just doesn't feel the same. It was cooler to see all the panels they made.
The second half of Star Wars, or Return of the Jedi, is kind of boring in my opinion, yet I still love it because it has like 3 great people in it doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was other characters interacting with the Ewoks, I wouldn't give a shit. But it's Leia and Han interacting with them, and C-3PO interacting with them. That's why I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Really, it's kind of like it's really the only adventure where you get to see like Luke as a Jedi, and Han and Leia all there. Like it's the only movie where they all do stuff together, really. Because otherwise, the Death Star, they're just kind of running around shooting things.
Second one,
and then Empire, they're split. Yeah. So it's really all you have is Return of the Jedi to have an adventure with all of them.
Before Last Jedi came out, you were like, I bet you they're just going to split up the characters again, just like Empire. And they did, pretty much.
Yeah.
Rey is never with Finn, and then when she is, she gives a huge hug, and then she sees him tucking in Rose, and she gives like a jealous
I've been trying to think about, I'm like, what if, like, thinking if I get to decide what they do in the episode 9, I was like, what should I have them do? Like, cause you kind of like split them up again, like they're even more, like even further split up. I'm like trying to think, like I want to see, I'm trying to do it Return of the Jedi, like I want to see them together, but what should they do? Should it just be like boring? I was like, they really have no friendship still, kinda. It's just like a very general thing. Like I was like, I need to give them something, but what should it be?
I don't love their chemistry necessarily. That's why I think I split them up, and also because I wanted Finn to be the main character, sort of to do a twist, and also for him to like redeem himself from Canto Bight, you know?
Okay.
Because people hate that so much, you know?
I was thinking,
people
like,
always say Finn was wasted.
Oh yeah, he kind of was, really.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to have it where it's like, because they'd kind of been apart and they come back together and then they've done some stuff that almost like Finn kind of becomes envious, where it seems like she gets to do all this stuff and it comes so natural, and for him it doesn't at all.
That's kind of what I had. Him saying to Han, you know, he's like, she could do anything, but I'm just a side character.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to follow that same line of thought, because I think that'd be more.
I see it, kid, you're your own hero of your own story. You know, I thought that was.
Oh, gotcha.
Although you could do it like seriously, and that would be cool. You know what I mean? Instead of having Han do a backflip after saying it
and fly away,
doing a Peter Pan mischievous exploding in a poop of force. Oh my god.
Yeah. Tim and Eric like style, like weird green screen fly away. Like it's like doesn't seem like he's there. He's in like a completely separate stage. Oh yeah.
Happy Dancing Man or whatever, Little Dancing Man or whatever that thing was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I should go. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Fuck.
It is?
Really?
Son of a bitch.
For me. What's it on your end?
Yeah, it's 2. Dang, dude.
Holy shit. That was fun.
Dude.
I gotta go.
Alright. See ya.
But, see you later. Bye.